Hello and welcome to Salt Lake City for the second round of the IFSC Boulder World Cup. You might have noticed the location is a little bit different this year, and that is because we are in the TC, the training centre for Team USA, and they have moved the boulder wall that's usually outside in the park into this warehouse, and as you can see, it's looking pretty good. 13 degrees, and it is a bit chilly in here. I've certainly got a big jumper on, and we're now going to have a look at the highlights from the qualifying round. The men's competition is wide open after quite a few athletes decided to save themselves for the OQS qualifier next week, although there were some big names present. Austria's Jan-Luca Posch is leading the way, top in his group and on form as he sent the first boulder, a slab, in just 2 goes. He cruised all 5 boulders in just a few tries and is one to watch out for in the semi-finals. Also in form is Sarato and Raku from Japan. He seemed relaxed and one of 3 men to top all 5 climbs. He's certainly one of the favourites on paper. His teammate Tomoa Narasaki is looking for his second boulder gold of the season, and his brother Meichi Narasaki also had a good round, with 4 tops on his way to a 7th place qualifying finish. There aren't many athletes who have made the decision to compete at the OQS and the Salt Lake City competition because of the time difference. So, Simon, you're one of those people. Why have you decided to do this?
So the goal for me was just to have one more comp before the OQS, to be more in that routine of comps and just to, like, my body can handle the pressure a bit more. And that was the goal, yeah.
So are you at all worried about jet lag? Because obviously we're on one side of the world, you've got to go to the other side of the world. What's your plan for the next couple of days?
So I will fly to Tokyo for 1 week, and then there I will recover from the jet lag and train there, and hopefully I'll be ready for Shanghai.
Unfortunately, Seaman didn't make it through, so his sights are now set on China. Team USA was out in force, and as expected, getting lots of support from their home crowd. Colin Duffy threw with 4 tops out of 5, only the slab letting him down. Colin's teammate though, Zach Galler, didn't quite make the cut. Germany's Yannick Floe has a high scoring round. His first comp of the year and 4 tops and a zone carrying him through. Already qualified for the Olympics is Austria's Jakob Schubert, and he's using the first few comps of the season to see where his form is at. Clearly, it's in a good place. An impressive 5th place finish. GB's Toby Roberts had to fight during his 5 boulders. He made it through in the top 10, but had some slips and falls along the way. Qualifying in the same position as Toby is France's Manu Cornu, the flamboyant Frenchman, into the semi-finals. Well, there we go. That was the story from the men's qualifying round. We have the women's competition coming tomorrow, but today we just focus on the men's boulder. And we do have a packed schedule here today. It's not just bouldering in action, it's speed as well. We had to tweak the schedule because of forecasted bad weather, and that means that practice qualifying and the men and women's final for speed will be this evening. So let's have a look at our starting list, shall we? These are the 20 athletes who have made it through to this stage from that qualifying round. And we start in the opposite order to where they qualified. So Yuji qualified in last place, he'll be out first. And as we look down the list, we've got some pretty big names, a couple of USA athletes in there for the men as well, especially as we approach the end of this order. Yoshiyuki Ogata right down in 10th, so smack bang in the middle of this semi-final qualifying position. Good job from Diane Akhtar as well. The man is regularly making semi-finals at the moment. And towards the top, well, Jan-Luca Posch. What a round that man had. He was on flash form, sending all of the boulders in a very strong performance from him. Sota Amagasa and Sarato Anraku representing Team Japan after him. And then Colin Duffy is going to be cheered on by Team USA. Toby Roberts, a little bit down the order from where we'd normally expect him, perhaps. He'd had a couple of slips along the way, but is just qualifying and the athletes building up. Good to see Manu Cornu back in action in 11th. I said the flamboyant Frenchman during the qualifying round, and boy, is he. Expect some fireworks from him. Well, we're going to have a look at some of our boulders here, and I will be joined by a co-commentator in a bit, don't you worry. I'll leave who as a bit of a mystery. But M1, it's a slab. Fairly simple moves, but the top, that super hold right at the end with the top, it's completely frictionless, it's flat, it's basically a plate on the wall. So expect the athletes just to have fingertips or maybe a bit of a palm in action to match that one. And that's on the far right of the wall. On the more kind of vertical slabby section. There's Slobert, one of our photographers, right in the middle of the shot. And boulder number 2, let's have a look at that one. Well, it's pink, it's green, you can't miss this thing. It's in the corner of a wall. Far more physical, big moves, the zone in the middle, as you can see, and a bit of a run and jump start, we reckon, to get established on that no texture hold. You may have seen those in the World Championships. Remember, the athletes putting water on their hands, and certainly Brooke Rabitou actually used that tactic in the qualifying yesterday. So a little bit of water instead of chalk. We'll have to see what tactics are going to be done there. But yeah, quite physical. And as we move on down the wall, M3 kind of slap bang in the middle. Lots of blocked holds, quite complicated. And a bit of old style crimp pulling involved in this one, especially that black half moon dish thing just over the edge of what, well, it's not a head wall, you know what I mean, the change in angle. That's pretty savage. And the top as well, blocked. Thin moves throughout, testing the athlete's finger strength. And then number 4, well, this is a wild boulder, to be honest. It looks like 2 boulders. The one on the red and blue on the right, when you get up to the zone on the right of your screen, and then you swing over or lâcher over, jump onto that big grey volume, and then you TT your way across, and then stretch up to that final hold. And I have been assured by the setters that the final stretch is reachable for all the athletes they have measured, they know, but we'll wait and see. Okay, so that's the 4 boulders that we have on offer here this morning in Salt Lake City, coming up to 10 a.m. in the morning here. I think it's mountain time, something like that. So if you're in Europe, I think it's evening time. So thank you for joining us. I think you might be asleep if you're watching in Europe if you come for the finals later on, but remember you can catch up on all the action. Right, we've got our first athlete coming up in a second, Yuji Fujiwaki from Japan, part of a big Japanese team, bringing their skills over to Salt Lake. And this is a good opportunity to remind you about the climbing club. It will be on YouTube. Today's episode will go out probably after this sometime. And it's a daily show where not only do we bring you highlights, we bring you interviews, behind the scenes stuff and more. So it's well worth going onto YouTube, subscribing to that, because you get action that you won't see in these live streams. Thank you to the team who's working hard behind the scenes to make that happen. That's our audience sitting in the crowd, waving up. They're enjoying being in here. Usually out in the park, today in the TC. And actually, I think for a lot of people, it's been interesting to see the TC. This is kind of a legendary venue, and to be allowed in here is kind of special. The isolation area for the athletes is where the Team USA usually train, over on the right-hand side. So that's a good facility for them. No complaints about a warm-up wall in that one. So yeah, the athletes will be out in a couple of seconds. There are MC down at the front. And I said I was going to be joined by a co-commentator, and I've got someone, well, one of my favourites here in the commentary box with me. Alana, how are you doing this morning? And good morning.
I'm good, thank you. Sorry I'm a bit late.
It's fine. There was a moment I thought you were going to abandon me here all by myself in a cold warehouse, but luckily you've turned up and it's amazing to have you. And we're going to talk about why you're here more a little bit later on. But right now we're focusing on the men's. Yuji Inoue coming up first. Now his name sometimes is different. That's because there's a little bit of an issue with graphics due to a change in second name. So we have him down as Fujiwaki, as I said earlier, but it's actually Yuji Inoue. Just let everyone know. It's not just me making mistakes. Usually. Now Alana, this first boulder, a bit of a slab going on here. Tricky start for the men.
Yeah, it looks like it. This foot cross through move has become quite a popular one in recent years. I always find it quite difficult, but if you see, oh wow.
Yeah, that kick over on the left as well.
Yeah, so after that foot cross through, he had to step his left foot around to a hold that looks like it might be a little bit blind around the corner of the volume. And I'm pretty sure that volume, you can see it on the top left side of the screen there. I think it's dual text, so you have to be very precise onto a hold that's already dual text on the outside. It's a little bit mean.
And look at that rotation he's got on that right foot, really digging in the very point of his shoe.
Yeah. Yeah, you see how he's kind of reaching around the corner with his foot there. Using the zone, but it's not much. And, ooh, that's a cool move. Just tipping over there.
Yeah, you got to press, haven't you, to stop that momentum as you fall over on the left. We talk about this a lot, about whether it's, and I'm always interested to know athletes' opinion, whether it's nice to start with a slab or it's like your worst nightmare where you walk out. Do you like seeing a slab on your first boulder?
Well, so you really can't control it, so I try not to think if I like it or not, you know?
That's right.
Because if I say I don't like it, then it gets in my head. Here, excuse me, because of the shape of the wall, you're always going to start with a slab, pretty much, because there's a slab at both ends of it. And they mostly like to run the boulders either left to right or right to left and not mix them up. That's a little bit uncommon.
Yeah.
He's got this stand-up move.
He's looking so
dialed.
comfortable down there, isn't he?
Yeah. Just look at the way that on that foot cross through, he can point his feet in completely opposite directions.
Yeah, that's what I was. The ankle flexibility. I didn't think that was really a thing.
It's like it's got like dancer level flexibility in his hips there.
He really does, and that's interesting you say it, because like so many climbers who were very good, especially the young ones, have had a dancing background or like a gymnastic background.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it fascinates me. It seems like if you start doing something very young and then you move into climbing, those skills kind of help you a little bit. That's why I'm rubbish. I did tap dancing as a kid.
Oh, so did I.
Did you?
Yeah, it's like the most aggressive form of dancing.
Yeah, it's full on. I can't believe we're both tap dancers. I haven't told the world this yet.
Oh, me either. Wow, so the world just learned something new about both of us.
We'll have a talk about this afterwards, I tell you. Eugene, meanwhile, is not tap dancing, but he is dancing across. He's had 6 attempts so far. He's got the zone. That's on the bottom left of your screen.
The right foot just blown off of that. Yeah, you see how they've stacked all those holds around, see on the white start volume, there's that mess of black holds.
Yeah.
Looks like there might be 4 or something.
Oh, I see what
It's
you
like
mean.
quite a lot. So the bottom left one is the one he's supposed to step on with his right foot. And the others, I think, are to kind of, one might be to slightly block the top of it. And some others, maybe it sticks out. So they're just kind of,
Yeah, I see what you
blocking
mean
the
about the
corner.
blocker just above his right toe now.
yeah.
Oh, that's better.
So nice, yeah.
But look at the clock, 46 seconds.
Yeah, that's plenty of time.
It's plenty of time to get it
For
done.
one attempt.
Yeah, for what exactly? He's
Yeah.
got to flash the top now, hasn't he?
I believe in him. Come on, Eugene.
Yuji gets the heel in, goes
yeah.
towards the top. There's nothing on this. It's just a flat panel. Beautiful.
So good.
So that is still showing control, isn't it? Even though it's just fingertips.
Oh yeah, yeah. His body was not moving. You can see this. His center of gravity was completely stationary.
Oh, good job from Yuji. He
What
enjoys
a great
that
way
crowd.
to start the round for him.
Yeah, it is, and with just kind of 30-odd seconds to go on that. It's good timing from him. So, Alana, let's talk about your qualifying yesterday.
Ooh, do we have to?
We have to a little bit, but it didn't go exactly to
TLDR,
plan.
it didn't go great.
No.
Yeah.
But OQS coming up soon.
Yes. Yeah. It was yeah, kind of just a stepping stone comp for me. Kind of get the jitters out before OQS. I haven't done any other comps this year, or any big comps this year, not since Pan Am's. So, yeah.
That's good. You got it out of the way then.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I good news. I used my entire fall quota for the month of May.
How'd you, falling off stuff?
Yeah. So I fell off so much yesterday. I can't fall off anymore.
I didn't know there was a limit. No one's told me this.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Well, so OQS, put your money on Alana flashing all of the boulders. All
That's
of
what
the
I'm
lead
hoping,
grids.
at least.
It'll happen easily. Well, look, best of luck for that. And we have chatted to, we saw in the qualifying, I was talking to Simon Lorenzi, there's a few people who are doing this competition and then flying to China, which seems insane to me. Are you not worried about jet lag? I suppose you're Canadian-based anyway, aren't
yeah,
you?
so it's pretty much the same time zone. It's 1 hour difference than where I live, so I didn't have much jet lag to get here, so
no,
I was going to have to do the Vancouver to Shanghai jet lag anyway.
That's very
And
true.
I'm flying out a little earlier than most other athletes, now that I'm the ripe old age of 30. I don't deal so well with jet lag anymore.
No.
It's getting harder and harder.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Interesting, we saw Nikolai here just walk out and immediately change his shoes. I think it's the kind of slab that he...
Yeah, it took him a couple of minutes to do that as well. So why would an athlete waste their time in changing their shoes?
Well, there's kind of 2 distinct types of slab. In this one, you have to stand on some really precise footholds, and it's less about, you want stiffer shoes and not softer shoes, which is what I'm assuming he came out in. I don't actually know the Sportivo lineup very well.
He's got solutions on now which are a bit stiffer, especially at the front.
And I'm not sure what those other ones he had on were. They're
No,
kind of
I
like
missed
red
it
and
as
black,
well.
But
Is it? It's interesting because we're seeing that happen more and more. Do you think it makes more sense for an athlete just to carry out 2 pairs of shoes and not commit to one?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. Because then you have to waste the time.
Maybe, but I suppose you have to waste it putting him on.
Yeah, I think it's good to just gamble on one, and then, because ideally 50% of the time you're correct, and then you don't have to waste any time changing your shoes.
That is very true. All right, well, Nikolai goes up again. He's had 2 attempts. He's got the zone. That is the zone hold. Very, very small. You've got to use it, so you can't just touch it. But he will do a different thing the second time. Super slow that time.
Yeah. He looks like he has a lot more reach than Yuji, so he was able to reach all the way over to that undercling to help pull his body to the left and not having to do it fully dynamic.
Yeah, he looked more in control when he dropped into that left palm, and it's done him well now. Now we saw Yuji flash the top of this. He's got to trust that heel. He nearly fell, but he matches it.
Very nice. Ooh. And that's the move where the stiffer shoe could have hurt him. That right foot on the side of the volume. Just
yeah, smearing in there. Yeah, it's so shoe chat is fascinating. And I know people back at home, especially climbers back at home, enjoy a bit of shoe chat. We do have to be a bit careful when we talk about brands on this, due to sponsorship issues and all of that. But we do like talking about the style of shoes. Now, Alana, later on we've got the speed climbing outside, so that's going to be a good one for those athletes. But the start of this season, we're going to have a little replay of that as well. But tell me about the start of the season, because as you said, this is your first comp back. Athletes aren't going into this like a normal year.
Yeah, so it's a bit strange because we've got a couple things. The OQS is coming up, so we've got, sorry.
We're just
distracted by watching Nikolai again.
This was
here.
the move where he creeped over here and just used his height.
Really good use of his full span there. Just be able to reach over to that undercling. And then he still had to tip over a bit dynamically, but it was less aggressive than the way that Yuji did it.
Yeah, agreed.
Or Yuji had to do it.
Yeah, so some athletes are building up to the OQS.
Mm-hmm.
Some
a lot of them. There's 48 in lead boulder per gender, and then I think 32 in speed per gender. So quite a few athletes are gearing up for the OQS. And then this year, in contrast to what we've seen in previous years, the boulder and the lead seasons are a little bit more mixed. So we saw in China in the first World Cups, there was both a lead and a boulder World Cup. Usually we don't see lead start until Innsbruck at the end of June, and that coincides with when the boulder season ends. But we're going to have bouldering events all the way till October, I think.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. It is wild, isn't it? I quite like it. I feel like everyone shook up my world, but I'm kind of okay with it. It feels like a reset.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very, very different. Well, this is the start list and the list at the moment as things go. We've got Nikolai Rusev. He came out first, so a top for him and a top for Yuji fairly quickly. And Benjamin Hanna. I just want to let you guys know that Mr. Alex Honnold has just walked into the area because he will be joining me for the finals here this evening. So he's having a look over at our commentary box right now. So if you are
glamorous commentary box.
I know. I think he's a bit disappointed by the setup we've got going on here. But yeah, Alex will be joining me later on tonight. So if you want to hear Alex Honnold's take on indoor climbing, then please come and join us here later on. But right now, I've got Alana Yip, and you can hear the reaction. Benjamin Hanna runs onto the stage from the USA, and a massive moment from that man out there.
Yes, very exciting for Ben.
And Yuji, of course, on M2.
Oh, look at that. We've got another one of those no texture holds.
Yeah, I said before that we had that tactic in the World Champs of using like water on your fingers and all of that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. So actually, we had them on the women's final boulder yesterday in the qualifiers, and of course I knew immediately what it was. I walked up and I just sort of touched the outside of it, and it's like, oh, everyone's watching. This is kind of weird. But I also didn't really like having no chalk. I think my fingers are too sweaty.
Right.
Yeah.
So you went the other way. You had too much liquid. Well, those are the holds we're talking about, those clear things. So there's no friction at all. And there's quite a few. There's some later on, I think, as well. Well, this is
Ben
Benjamin.
trying to go directly to the left hand, or the left foothold, the black one, instead of standing up on the white one.
He's the first one who seems to have struggled on those initial feet.
Yeah, to be fair, he's only the third person. But
That's true. That's true. Well, I sometimes fall into a sense of security when an athlete flashes boulders or sends boulders quickly.
yes. Oh, but look, yeah, he stood up really nicely. I think this move across with the foot is going to be harder now because it's going to be longer. But yeah,
We hear the squeak.
no problem. Ooh, yeah. It's
Yeah.
a good microphone.
It's great, isn't it? I think they're behind the wall on this, so really cool. Listen to that squeaking.
Yeah, as long as he can keep pressure on that right foot, it's... Oh yeah, he can definitely do that.
Yeah, he looked more confident, didn't he, as he chalked up. This is Yuji on the top of the boulders. He'll say goodbye to the dual techs in a sec and be happy of it. Look at him with the left foot, trying to find some kind of friction on there.
So cruel. These holds, I mean, so cruel.
Yeah, I don't want to go anywhere near them. But Yuji is still standing on it with the right, almost
Oh,
falls,
no.
and then it pops. It's scary, is it not? As an athlete, you've got to stand on something
scary,
like that.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't have to stand on them, luckily, ever. But just standing on dual techs in general, terrifying. Yeah. If you go to your local gym, I'm sure sometime in the last couple of months they will have done something like that where you have to stand on dual techs.
Yeah, it's one of those comp sort of things, trends that I'm avoiding.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't want to go near him. Benjamin with that tongue sticking out of his mouth, concentrating with a little... Oh, wow. So he bobbled, fell, but tried to save the fall.
Yeah. Yeah, not... He's close. He's still got 2 minutes. And we saw Yuji the first time he got the tip. Well, actually, both Yuji and Nikolai, the first time they got the tip over, they did the top. They flashed the top. So.
Yeah, it's certainly doable after that, I think.
I have faith in Ben.
I mentioned it when we were looking at the boulders at the start, but the run and jump makes that dual tex even harder because you're hitting it at sort of a pace.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to jump up with the least amount of momentum possible. Yeah, there we go. Ben, now that he's kind of understands the step up, he can do it on the smaller foothold.
He did a clever little drag with the right foot underneath as well, just to stop that.
Sneaky.
There
we go. Now.
And which foot keeps going here? Is it left?
The right foot doesn't look like it's...
Look at the shake on that left foot.
I was so worried his right foot, I didn't think it was positioned properly, but no problem.
Oh no! First one to drop the top, and he can't believe that. He's going to change shoes, which is interesting here as well.
Yeah.
Yuji's in.
Oh, got a nice little knee bar rest there.
Yuji's having fun out there. Little smile back at the audience. It's obviously fairly restful, this, yeah, with that knee, as you say, underneath.
Yeah, I think you can burn a lot of energy on the dual tex holds, just trying to get whatever purchase you can. You're over gripping them.
Do you think you have to palm, or do you drop fully left here? Because
You must drop fully left, because otherwise why would that foothold be there?
Yeah.
But I think taller athletes will be able to probably palm across, depending on...
It looks a bit far, especially to the... I just wonder how to get... Because he was struggling moving left here.
He doesn't want to let go of the right, that's why.
Oh, there we go. He kind of committed, but he spent a long time on that boulder. I don't think he'll have another chance. And Ben's going backwards as well.
Come on, Ben.
This has to be perfect now. No mistakes with 12 seconds on the clock. Oh, there is a mistake, and that's it. And he says goodbye. Benjamin is giving it everything here today, which is cool to see. All right, so we have another flip rotation. Next one will be Diane Akhtar from the UK. And those are the massive audience seating areas that have been put in. They're not usually there. In fact, this whole side of the warehouse isn't usually used for the TC.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they were thinking about expanding into it, but didn't quite. But usually that space isn't used for climbing. It's just where the isolation is.
Oh, okay. Because I was down here to train just a few weeks ago, and they did have the comp wall up, but that was, I guess, because the World Cup and the North American Cup that was last weekend.
Yeah, they did that as a sort of test event, apparently, just to make sure it all worked, which it did.
Yeah, they didn't have much time to do any adjustments in between if it didn't work.
No, exactly.
1 week.
Fingers crossed, it all went well. Right, there is Diane Akhtar, and this young man is really coming on for Team GB, joining Toby Roberts regularly in semi-finals. And for people who know about him, he's been coming for a while, but sort of just waiting to break onto this scene. He was good in the youth.
Yeah, and it's exciting to see him in semis in China.
And he looks strong there, and that is Nikolai from Bulgaria back on.
It's interesting to see him and Toby climb together. So, like, they're both very good at climbing to their own strengths. Maybe that sounds a little bit dumb, because people are. But Diane's really good at making use of his entire height.
Yes.
And so they're climbing things that are, you know, equally, like, the same things, so very hard things, but completely differently.
I don't think it's a dumb thing to say at all, because I think that you need that in a training partner as well. You know, someone who does stuff differently.
Yes, teaches you.
Yeah. Now look how he's going to have to put so much
right.
pressure through that left foot now and the right. We know how slippy it is.
Oh, no.
Good footwork, trusting that foot. I thought he was going to go.
Yeah. Yeah,
No.
you see some people that are just a lot more comfortable on dual techs. Think about in lead from China, Max doing the knee bar rest. Was it in finals? I
in
think
Boulder or
no, it was in lead.
In lead, yeah.
He had his foot fully on dual techs, and he was in a knee bar.
Yeah, you're right. He also found a hand jam during the semi-finals. It was
Yes.
pretty wild as well. That no one used as well as he did. So
Yeah.
I love it when an athlete can, as you said, bring their own style to something. Oh, Diane's into the zone. He hasn't been awarded it on the scoreboard yet, so he's hoping this will be, and it should be
That
awarded.
should be awarded.
But I think he had the foot wrong. He was trying to kick over with the right.
Well, I think there's a lot of ways to do that.
You reckon? So it could
Yeah.
be, that could stick. Well, he's changing shoes as well. It's a shoe gate down on the right. What's he putting on? He might just be going, no, he's got two of the same now, yeah.
He's going for softer shoes now.
So softer shoes might not help on the beginning, but he's clearly thinking it will.
Or just that he doesn't need, like, he's confident on the beginning. He doesn't need to optimize shoes for the beginning. He needs to optimize for the end.
Yeah, so he's probably thinking about that kick over, putting lots of rubber onto the wall.
Yes.
Okay, well, Nikolai will go again. He's not doing his run and jump in the same way.
But I think it's a good choice for him. He's, like I said earlier, you want to hit that dual text hold and to stick, you want the least amount of momentum as you're running up to it. So
Yeah, I agree. It allows him to flick that left toe hook in easier as well, which I think is smart. Right, Diane, will the shoe change make a difference? Creeping over. Is he going to kick that right foot again? Ooh.
Oh, he looked so static for a second and just lost it.
Yeah, I thought he was making it look easy there, and just it was the move left. I mean, he's nodding, thinking like that was the way. To stand up on that left foot the way he did and then stop, that was impressive.
Yes, it was.
There is Toby Roberts' dad, Team GB down the bottom left. You can see the jumpers.
The jumpers. The sweaters.
The sweaters. Do you not use jumper?
No, it's not a
Is that an
North
English
American word
phrase?
at all. I mean, if you're from Saskatchewan in Canada, you could call it a bunny hug, like a hoodie.
Really?
Bunny hug,
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
But only from one province.
I'm wearing a bunny hug right now.
You
This
are
is
wearing a
amazing. Got an image of being hugged by a bunny now. It's all got very weird here in the morning. Nikolai again into the corner. This is where he slipped before. Oh, wow, so dynamic.
That was cool.
This is where Yuji struggled.
Oh, that would be crazy. He's found the rest now too, but he only has 30 seconds.
If someone had told me there was a knee bar in a boulder, I wouldn't think it was a great idea, but I quite like this. It's kind of cool because it separates it, because he's not going to fall off from that position. It allows him to reset, and obviously the moves after are hard.
It's interesting, and it's also a choice for the athletes. Do they want to just keep going or and potentially burn some of their time? Look, he's almost burned too much of his time now.
Yeah, 2 seconds on a massive drop knee. Didn't quite give him the reach he needed for that top hold. So just the zone for him, he will leave, and Diane as well, no top for him. He goes as well as our brusher team come on to sort it out. So if you're just joining us, welcome to Salt Lake City. This is the men's semi-final. I'm joined by Alana Yip here in the commentary box, and it is a packed day. We've got 3 broadcasts for you, well 4 actually, with the speed qualies as well. So we start off in the morning with semi-finals, then we go to speed qualies later. That's the second broadcast you can watch. And then the men's boulder finals and the speed finals after that.
You are not going to have any voice left for tomorrow.
Oh no, and then there's the highlights and the World Climbing Club show that we've got to get out. It's packed, it's busy, it's good. We've got a lot of coffee, it's fine. Well, we just saw Timothée
Nice.
Romshak come on, and then this is Benjamin back in action.
He did that move so well, so statically.
The trust on that left foot is wild. Oh, but then it slips as I said it.
Oh, the pout from him.
He's so expressive, it's great. All right, we get to see this boulder. Now, this was a fascinating one, and as a route setter yourself, you can tell us a bit about that. Because look, that red hold, there's a blue one underneath it. It's like stacking, blocking. There's a whole load going on here.
Yeah, so I think that I didn't get a chance to look at it up close because I was late. I'm sorry.
It's fine. To be honest, this broadcast started 10 minutes before I thought it was going to, so I was a bit late as well.
Oh, good thing I wasn't here because I have a bad habit of.
All right. This is Timothée here. We talked about him when he came on. Now, I had a chat with the Slovenian coaches because I don't know him as well as some of the other athletes, and they were saying that he's really quite an interesting athlete coming through here. Like, yeah, one to watch, very, very strong, all-rounder. Used to be more of a boulder specialist. Now he's kind of good at both, but probably prefers boulder.
Come on.
He's got to move that weight over on the left a bit here.
Oh, yeah. He's got it. Oh.
Oh. He nearly fell off like 3 times, but he's got it done.
That was so stressful. I bet his coaches are dying down front.
Exactly. Well, he got the control. The judge gave it to him. I don't think there'll be any appeal on that, and he will leave.
Yeah.
Right, this is the boulder we were talking about here that Yuji's going to do. Probably the most powerful looking at it of the set, because there's only a slab to come after that.
And I mean, it's the steepest angle for sure. So that red hold above the one that the black one he's grabbing right now is to block the top of it, so he can't grab the top of it. And then the blue one down by his head now is to block the bottom of the red hold, so you can't jam so well into it.
And you can see, because he's got something in there, but not enough. Oh, wow. Yeah, he hasn't got enough to sort of toe cam up into it.
Yes.
Yuji's
not
brilliant.
super well anyway.
No.
Yeah.
Loving watching Yuji at the moment.
Yeah, he's also very expressive. Ooh, I hope he's okay. That was a rough fall.
Yeah, it was a big one. He kicked his legs out just as he landed. But yeah, sliding out of our camera angle. And Yuji giving a hand to brushing as well. And there is Ben in the background, so he's okay, stood up. They replaced the mats. This was a big chat that went on backstage, because apparently the mats needed replacing, and now they're much better.
Yes.
That's what I understand. Anyway.
Yeah. They were definitely, not amazing when I was here. I think just well used.
Yes, there we
when
go.
I was here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, mat chat is interesting because it does change between countries and mat designs and all that. Some are more springy, some are a bit softer, soggier almost. All right, so Ben has his hands on his hips. Those iPads, by the way, that's the coach's iPad. So they record a lot of what their athletes do to analyze it afterwards.
Or to look for appeals.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, it's a suggestion there.
Multitude of uses.
This is Benjamin again, up to the second no-tex. You see that big cut in his right knee there as he brings that knee through. And that's a good angle, actually, to show just how far around the corner you've got to go, and that's the move he fell on before.
Oh.
I think that's where he scraped that leg as well as he slid sideways. Yuji campusing. This is such a powerful move. Much better. So the toe stuck a bit better.
Yeah.
Final move to go, getting cheered on by the crowd. 37 seconds, hasn't quite got the power, and I think a bit of a left foot slip as well.
Yeah. That's a big move. Just a one-arm pull straight to the finish.
Yeah, I think he might be done as well. Benjamin will have one last crack at this.
Interesting, that third boulder that Yuji was just on, it seems for a semi-boulder a little bit small. Like usually, because there's only 4 boulders on the wall, they make use of a lot, physically more room. And it doesn't do a whole lot of that, which is...
So you mean because it's more kind of straight up, it takes up less space and therefore less climbing on the wall? Okay.
I mean, you can see boulders 1 and 2, they take a panel and a half or so.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, it's really confined in, isn't it? Especially the last boulder, because that's I'll be honest, when we get to see it, we'll talk about it. Are we seeing it yet? Not
No,
quite.
next
We'll talk about it in a minute, because I thought it was 2 boulders when I initially looked at it.
Oh, okay, maybe that's why Boulder 3 is
It's shorter,
physically smaller, yeah. Okay, let's go, Oscar. It's super exciting. This is Oscar's first semifinal, or first Boulder semifinal.
And your teammate, of course.
Yes, my teammate.
So tell us about Oscar's bad habits and secrets, please, or just how he is as an athlete.
I mean, he climbs so nicely. Watching him in qualifiers yesterday, he looked so flowy on the wall. He's really good at slab. He's a very intuitive climber.
Laser focused as well. You hear the squeak.
Nice, Oscar.
You said intuitive, I mean, that's an exact example of it. This is his flash go.
Yeah, he's figuring things out on the go. It's like, yeah, come on. Oh,
Wow.
So good. Yes.
That's a bit of a statement, that one.
Yes.
So Oscar Bourdrin leaves, has a cheeky look backwards. What a quick top from him.
Yeah, I am not surprised.
Is he good slab climber generally? Is that his thing?
Yes.
Diane with a big kick. And there's our leaderboard on the right. Remember, we're looking for 6 athletes to move forward, so this leaderboard will change a lot. The top qualifiers have come at the end. Diane launches.
Yeah, he hasn't figured out what Ben figured out. It's that you can lock it off to the, from the first clear hold to the second clear hold. Then you have a lot less momentum.
Nikolai, ooh, feet first. I'm
Oh.
not sure, maybe.
Yeah, well, it'll get both hands on there at least.
It's a long way to go around your leg, though.
Yes. This move is potentially bigger, no?
Yeah, I think it makes it more powerful than the second half of that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what you were talking about with Diane.
Yeah, so... Oh, he made it work. Get this up. Get this up.
And leaving a lot of chalk mark. Oh, on that volley. It just slides. I was like, ice. Oh. I'm not convinced yet. I think it's a very interesting, like, tool the setters have.
Super interesting, yes.
But I don't know how much I love watching it sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm at that stage
And I
of this
definitely
process.
don't love climbing on it, but...
Yeah, well, this is it. I can just, as a climber, I'm imagining what that would feel like. But as a spectator, it's quite interesting because you're seeing athletes sort of have to commit to a little bit of luck in there, perhaps, or like self-belief that it's going to work.
Yeah. I mean, I don't love the luck aspect. I think that's not what we should be testing in a competition. But I also do think it has to do with your body positioning and the way that you commit to things. Yeah, I mean, we saw, again, going back to this one example that I have in my head, but Max was so confident in Wujing in finals. In his foot, he placed his foot fully on dual techs and got a knee bar, and if his foot had blown, he would have been off the wall. But it didn't.
Diane looking much better on that right hand. Yeah, it's, oh, but then this is the slip. And I mean, it's entertaining. He doesn't even want to use it at the moment. And he isn't, so he goes up to the gym.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, this is the thing. It's like, but if I'm going to defend it here for a sec, there are some rock types, like I'm thinking slate climbing, for example, where it's like hardly any friction. You are kind of skating around, and you have to commit to different style of moves. So I don't think it's like irrelevant as a no-text thing. I'm just not sure yet. And that's me being completely honest on that. I'm just not sure where I feel about it.
Yeah,
Let us know at home. What do you feel about the no-text? You love it? Because we had that amazing World Champ Boulder where it was, you know, the feature of the whole competition, really, and it was a good way to end things. So, I don't know. We'll see.
I didn't love at the World Champs that it seemed that some athletes had been practicing it and some athletes had not, and didn't know maybe the quote-unquote secrets to using it.
Yeah, the water tricks and
one
stuff.
entire country was chalking up and one entire country had brought water onto the mats.
Yeah. I remember Team Japan just relentlessly chalking up on it and no one else doing it.
Yeah.
It was fascinating. Right, Nikolai campusing over. Went for the bump with the right hand, but it's powerful. Daihan will want to say goodbye to this boulder forever. He hasn't enjoyed that one. Did get the zone. No, he didn't get the zone. No. So that has left him a little bit behind with work to do. 2 boulders in now. And Thomas La Mangère from France will be out next. So Team Canada, you guys have got obviously Oscar, but Sean McCall, for example, not here this weekend.
Not here this weekend. He's gearing up for the OQS.
Yeah, and that series starts
in
about
2 weeks.
Not even 2 weeks, yes. I just realized I haven't got any flights to that. Well, I'm not going to the event, but I'm doing it from Spain. But I haven't.
Oh.
Yeah, but I can't wait. It's going to be a big multi-sport event, and it's the first of 2 stages where we decide the last remaining places for the Olympic Games.
Yes. OQS is Olympic Qualifier Series, if you don't know.
And I bet you're desperate to return, I would imagine, Alana, to that Olympic stage.
Yeah, it would be cool. Yeah, I'm excited for the OQS too. It's an IOC event, so it's multi-sport, like you said. It'll be not only climbing, but also breakdancing, BMX, and skateboarding. So pretty crazy.
I'm so jealous I'm not going to be there in person. Well, we get to see the final slab for the first time. Top left of your... Sorry, not top left of your screen. Top right of your screen, yeah. And this is the boulder in kind of 2 parts. It's a physical move up to a lâcher, jumping down to a slab, and then your main screen, Thomas is quickly in. His flash go.
Yeah. So comfortable on his feet there.
And I'm looking at that right foot, heavily taped up here.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. Oh, interesting. He's going there.
Very low. The right hand, he missed though. He was frog squatting down on that
Yeah,
thing.
which was very different from what the body position we've seen from the other athletes.
This is Timothy. Will he do that knee bar beater? He hasn't at the moment.
Nice.
He's going this big drop knee.
He's also going to pop for the top hold here. Oh, but his foot goes. Forces him to go too early. He just wasn't in control.
Now, this is the start of the slab, if you believe it or not.
Oh, yes, obviously.
Yes, of course. I mean, literally, I looked at it and thought, oh, there's 2 boulder problems there, and then walked away and then returned to it and realised
You're like,
it was
wait a
double.
second, there should only be 4 here.
Exactly. Oh, that right ankle. I'm looking at that, but good footwork from him as he tiptoes onto that left foot.
Oh, those squeaks really kill me. Yeah. Oh, nice. Again, just such confidence in the feet, such good body positioning.
Yuji's into the first part. Now he's got to jump left into the slab part of this climb.
Oh, yeah, look at this big lâcher move.
Timothy.
Oh.
Thomas is frog squatting. This time he makes it down. That right foot sticking on the volume.
I think he almost, when he was frog squatting the first time, he didn't get far enough left, so his right foot, yeah, it was just sort of skating.
Yeah, I think you are correct. Well, so that gets blanked out on your screen on the top left. We just stick with 3 now. Yuji again gets that wild move done, and Benjamin is on your main screen.
Come on.
It's powerful.
That campus bump. Yuji almost making it work. Crazy boulder.
Yuji's like a cartoon character at the moment. It's brilliant.
Yeah. So expressive.
I don't want him to go. Can we just rotate him back on? Give him another set.
He might like that for a few of the boulders.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. And there is Timotej Romšák from Slovenia, just making sure his hands are dry. He's got a top already on the first one and a zone on this second boulder.
Dry but not chalked.
Oh yes, of course, it's the no-tex, isn't it? He's not drying his hands. Maybe he's wetting his hands.
Who knows?
This is this massive move.
Whoa.
Coordination into a slab is so interesting. He hypes the crowd as well. Holding that left hand beautifully. Now the lâcher move. He's rushing. He's got time. Oh,
Nice.
right, 1 sequence to go. I think you've got to swap your feet here and then step left onto the last of the footholds.
Oh man, he's so stretched out to be able to press off the wall and go like all his weight up onto his left foot.
Lost the
That
momentum.
is- Oh.
Yeah, but a stab like that, once you start going backwards, really hard to save yourself, isn't it? Without
Almost
hold.
impossible, yeah.
He's throwing himself at this last climb.
But he was just so stretched out from that left foot to his fingertips on the corner of the wall there.
He's going to have to really be quick. 15 seconds. This needs to happen for him now. It's not going to. And I think that's... No, he's still going.
Why not? Last boulder.
Yeah, I mean, he knows if he doesn't get this, I don't think he's going to make finals.
Yeah.
And I don't think he is. But he's in the top spot at the moment with a lot of athletes to come. But 1 top and 3 zones is our current high point. And do you remember...
That was a nice moment. He and Ben just fist bumped as they were walking away.
It must be cool. Like Team U, a lot of them, when I talk to them, are just saying, look, it's great to wake up in our own house. But also, I think it feels like they're showing off their facility a bit. You know, because I know international athletes come here a lot, but to bring crowds into it, you know, it's...
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, it's like house proud, I think.
Yeah.
Well, from Chile comes Benjamin Vargas.
Super exciting to see him in a semi-final as well.
It is. It's going to be it's a personal best, and he's the first person from Chile to make a boulder semi-final.
I actually believe he's the first South American to make a boulder semi-final.
Oh, it's big then. Huge.
Yes, huge.
Well, South America, I hope you're watching. You're in the similar-ish time zone, so you should be. Please, let us know. Yeah, do remember you can send myself or Alana messages if you want. Only nice ones, please. But do say hello. We're both on Instagram. You can join us for a chat if you want. And this is your teammate, Oscar. He's got a brother, of course, Victor.
Yes.
Victor lives in Salt Lake, right?
Yes, but he goes to school in Montreal.
Okay.
So he's home now, but during the school year he's in Montreal. And unfortunately, Victor's just had quite a bad elbow injury. He had a bad fall from the top of the wall.
Yeah, I heard this. Blew his elbow out or something. Did he dislocate it, or what's going on with it?
Well, sorry,
no,
Nikolai's
on.
just was on the lâché move there.
Maybe you can't, so don't worry if you can't. But is he okay? Is he going to recover for this? Is this something we'll see him?
He'll recover, but I think it'll be a long road to recovery. So everyone send Victor some well wishes, please.
Absolutely, Victor, if you're listening, I'm
Come
sure
on,
you are.
Oscar.
Yeah, Oscar's having that Diane problem with the left foot sliding off.
But cleverly, he moved his right foot to the left side of that big green Rock City volume. And so he got the zone on it, yeah.
Yeah, and this is Benjamin. We talked about it. We think he's
Oh,
the first South American to make a semi-final. Certainly the first Chilean athlete.
Yeah, from speaking with some of the other South Americans a couple weeks ago, I don't think there's ever been a boulder semi-final finalist.
Ooh, a kick out.
So close.
Yeah, Santiago hosted the Pan Am qualifier.
Yes, the Pan Am Games.
Pan Am
it was
Games.
a huge event. It was there was one spot available for qualifying, and that of course went to Jessie Grouper and Natalia Grossman. But the Pan Am Games is the 3rd largest multi-sport event in the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe
It's
we'll be
like a
seeing more
mini
climbing in Chile.
Olympics.
That'd be great. Oh, Nikolai sticks it this time. That was cool. Now, this is the lâché. You've got to be so precise to land on that left foothold.
Come on, Nikolai.
He's tall.
He was
Oh, he does go
Oh.
left. Wow.
clever. I mean, yeah. Why do such a precise foot move other than that?
Yeah. Yeah, I was amazed he managed to make that stick. I think he was a bit surprised as well.
Yeah. Come on, Oscar.
It's hard to know where the audience are cheering at here at the moment. There's lots going on.
Nice, Oscar. Come on. I'm so nervous for him. Come on, Oscar.
Can this be 2 out of 2 for Oscar Boudreau? He's trying to find something on that right foot. Goes high on it. He wants a left heel, anything to try to get that body weight over on the left, and he doesn't know what to do. He's got time to drop back to the knee bar. No. He looked a bit lost to
Yes,
me.
definitely. But also, he was clearly like looking around and thinking, which is a hallmark of Oscar's style. Is he's good at figuring things out on the go.
Yeah, you said he was instinctive at the beginning.
Yeah, you'll see he doesn't read the boulder from the ground as long as the other athletes, because he's really good at feeling things. Ben, so close there.
Ben peeling out of that hold. Diane is on the physical coordination moves on boulder 3. And Nikolai on the final boulder on the left. Oscar goes again. Has he figured something out? He didn't know what to do before.
Come on, Oscar. Oh.
Yeah, he's done, I think. So
Yeah.
Oscar will leave the stage. And Nikolai starts these moves. Huge swing this time. And he does go all the way over.
Yes!
That was magic.
Come on, Nikolai.
A little jump and a and he should easily reach this last stretch.
Really?
Pops gets it, matches. Is he in control?
Yes!
Just. And that's a foothold he's holding on to, not a handhold.
That was tiny.
And a massive.
Oh, he's so excited.
Well, that's going to jump him right up the leaderboard. And yeah, I think he's a happy man out there.
I would venture so.
Yeah, I think I can read emotions.
Wow. Okay, but that last couple moves, they were not a gimme either. He executed really well.
Yeah, and he wants to still be out there. He's still leaving the stage. Passing his teammate down on the end there. Yes, Slav Kirov is on for the men on the right. Benjamin, USA athlete on the left.
Great for Bulgaria to have 2 men in the semi.
It is the nice thing about people missing this comp to prepare for the OQS is we see athletes we wouldn't necessarily see in a semi-final, and it's really cool. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Benjamin up, holds it.
That's going to be some great photos.
That is the coolest thing I think I've seen in a World Cup. Showboating for sure, but why not? He knew he had it. Now a big lâché move and Stalman Noah pop. There's going to be a coach who has a word with him about that at some point. But for us, I want him to do it
he's
again.
having fun.
Yeah.
I'm not the coach, though. I don't know.
Oh, no, thank goodness we're not. And from France, that's Thomas on Boulder 2, kicking out with that right leg. So interesting round. Boulder 1 is doable, looking at the scoreboard at the moment. The rest are hard, no tops. Although we see Nikolai's top.
Number 4, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're all very close to being toppable. We saw a few people have fallen on the last move of Boulder 2. Yuji's fallen on the last move of Boulder 3.
Yeah, I think, by the way, it's just not been updated on the scores. We will be told if there's something like an appeal coming through, but that score doesn't seem to have it at the moment.
Yeah, and you can see on the app, too. It'll be yellow highlighted if there's an appeal.
Yeah, that app is free to download from wherever you get apps.
It's great. I love being able to see some information about the results, previous results of some of the competitors.
Yeah, it's a good
or
resource.
all of the competitors.
Well, let's all go here. Benjamin goes up again. That was a showboaty move. Can't hold it this time. This is Slav Kirov. That left foot shaking away as he's got to commit to it.
Not super comfortable on that left foot.
The right was sliding before he stepped over on the left.
Yeah, on this kind of slab, you don't have hands to be able to help adjust your feet. So once you place them once, and they got to be right, and you're going to rotate on them, so they're going to move a little bit on the holds as well.
Yeah, for sure. Thomas went for a big move out to the zone, slipped twice and then fell.
Nice. Oh, no.
Yeah, the little bobble sent him back down. 2 minutes on the clock, though. Time enough to get this done. Timotei Romshak on Boulder 3 is having a look. Kirov goes again. So this is where you have to sort of be right first time on the feet. Like it's hard to adjust.
See, because he's got no handholds to be able to take any weight off of his feet. Oh, nice.
Holds it. That arm coming backwards to balance his body weight. Drops the right foot back down, squeaking away on the wall. Now he's got to this point in terms of zone before. He'd like a top to add to the score. Almost rushing it, but getting it done.
Yeah.
Good work. Yeah, those super panels are interesting. They were used last year in lead as well. They were used in Vilas, and it's interesting. I'm surprised they haven't been used more.
I think they're harder to use in Boulder than in lead because you can actually kind of crimp the edge of it because they do stick out from the wall just a little bit. But in lead, it's a lot harder to actually grab that, or you can put it on a volume that's a bit further away.
Yeah, and that seemed to be how they were using it as well, just to make the volumes a little more nasty.
Yeah.
Benjamin swaps the hands. He's changed this a few times. He's going for the big move out left this time. Oh, he's
all
going to
the
go
way to
land
left.
on it.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
Slowing your energy down as you hit that is not an easy task. Now he's got to do a foot swap.
He wants to do the foot swap with a hand, but I think that's going to make it harder. He's got to commit. Oh.
Super low, isn't he? Oh.
Doesn't like his foot position or something.
He's just got to jump those feet, I think. Stand up tall and jump the feet.
Yes.
And he's going to hear the buzzer in a minute as well. That might stress him out a bit.
So far. Oh, nice.
10 seconds. Looks at the clock. He's got to get this right. 7 seconds. It's going to be a buzzer beater, whatever. Right hand brings the left in.
So good.
Good work from Benjamin. It's like one of those moments you dream about at a World Cup.
Yes.
Really, really cool there from Benjamin. Last seconds to get it done. He will also enjoy this moment in front of his home crowd.
That was amazing.
Okay, well, all go as we hit the halfway mark of this semi-final. So hello to everyone who is watching from home, wherever home is to you. I'm sure there's climbers out there having us on in the background as they're training. Maybe you're new to this sport. Welcome. This is the second World Cup of the year. And it's a Boulder and Speed World Cup. And you can see the leaderboard on the right. Those bars, they fill up all the way for a top, halfway for a zone. And there are attempts along the way to separate things. And Yoshiki Okata is on.
Oh, sorry, yes. Yoshiki's on Boulder 1. I was just intensely watching Oscar on Boulder 3 there.
Yeah, Oscar up on the top of your screen, Alana's teammate. And there is Benjamin from Chile on the power moves.
Yeah, he's also trying to jump it. I think if those holds were textured instead of those clear no-text holds, that would be a very clear jump.
Yeah, it's
but
interesting.
we've seen from some of the other athletes. Sorry.
No. I'm thinking about that, and you're right. It does change how you normally do the move. Doesn't
it? Because you want to be a lot more controlled on them, and we have seen multiple athletes static that move.
And there's Yoshiyuki as well. One of the strongest athletes on the circuit, but it's not going to help him on these moves.
Oh. You could see his left leg was bent a little bit, and so when he hit the palm, he couldn't stay strong in his leg because it was already bent. He didn't really stand up and tip over, he just tried to go directly over.
Yeah, so adjustments to be made for sure. There is Diane, he's on the final climb, Boulder 4, struggling a bit with the first moves. He's got to release his left toe. He's doing what Diane did, actually, trying to palm on that green volume, which Diane made work, but I think is a bit harder, maybe. Clearly the mics are like on Boulder 1.
Yes. Whoever did the mic placement today, good work.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very, very cool. It's those little things in climbing does help, I think. When sometimes we don't have that kind of level of microphones, and you don't know, it feels more physical and visceral when we can hear what the athletes are going through, and it's
the little power screens or something.
Yeah, and like the sound of body hitting walls sometimes. You know, you realise what you guys put yourselves through. Big fall from Oscar though.
Or body hitting mat. Sometimes it could. You could realize how painful it can be.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at the indent in the chalk Oscar left behind there.
Yes. Oh, nice. Ben figured out to do it static now.
Better from Ben. He's got half a boulder to go. Oh, this is wild. He's jamming in there.
Whoa.
Oh, you're jamming on something that's sliding, though.
We made it work.
It's pretty good, that jam. It's in.
Yeah. I am so scared for him, though. Okay.
Yeah, with the ankle. Yeah.
The ankle, the fact that he was kind of upside down.
And he has kind of readjusted.
Nice. All right, he'll be awarded that zone now.
So points on the board for Benjamin. Minute 20 to go. I can't believe that left foot is still on.
Yeah.
And didn't slip even then.
Yeah, stuck a lot longer than a lot of the other athletes. But he didn't try to move it.
No. Yeah, true. Maybe, that if you try to move. That's when the slips happened. He was kind of locked into it. Diane, big move, gets a big shout. Yoshiyuki's got a minute here.
And we've seen that this move is very doable. Like very flashable, I mean.
Yes, exactly. Most people have got this far. Most have got it done quickly, or at least second go.
Yes. He's not liking this awkward pull over to the corner of the volume. Just worrying me.
So he's dropping down, using a hand instead. Now gets the feet up high. He's committed now. The heel works, though we know.
No. Go slow, Yoshi. Go on.
Yeah, everyone seems to sort of like panic or just rush a bit at the end. Oh, Diane with a big pop, hits the volume on the way down with the hand.
I hope his knees are okay.
Yeah, that's always what I worry about. Now, this is where he got the jam in. And we should say, by the way, the setters will have had to think about that. But I was told something interesting by a setter, which is that climbers do crazy things. And you can never sort of eliminate every ridiculous eventuality.
For sure.
This is where he rushed before. He's got to rush now. 2 seconds, 1 second. Is he in? I don't know. That's right on the edge.
I don't know.
I don't know either. He's celebrating like he's got it.
You have to. In that moment, you got to be confident. If you're questioning it, that'll make the judge, oh, they gave it.
Did they give it? I mean, he had the card held up.
Oh, well, they always hold the card up, I guess.
Yeah,
I
to show the
forgot to look at
zones
it.
and stuff. Yeah. I did. Look, Team USA is standing up. Look, they are reviewing it as we speak in the middle. I think he might have been after. Like, it's certainly
that's funny.
right
All
on
the
the
teams
edge.
are reviewing it together.
Yes, who's going to put the appeal in? He's
Yes.
got the round this time. Well, Manu Koru comes on. He had an expressive round yesterday, as he always does. Qualified more than halfway through this semi-final, so good work from him in 11th. There's Slab Kirov. He's eyeing this up for a long time, kind of half static, just went slowly to it. Interesting. My eyes are looking everywhere here. This is Manu.
Same. I'm trying to watch everyone. Oh, wow. That was so quick to go over.
He's good at stuff like this, though. That instinctive thing again.
Yes.
Puff out of the cheeks as he figures it. It's pretty stable, this place. You can stand there for a while.
Can you hear the French team support?
They're so loud always.
Yeah.
All right, left heel in. He's got to trust it. Rock over onto it. Press down with the palms on that no-tex. Stretch up to a non-hold above his head, and no, the left goes.
Oh. Actually, similar approach to his teammate.
Yeah.
The frog squat.
Yeah, and don't worry, they won't have been talking to each other. Strict rules in place to stop that. But
Yeah.
I think it's styles.
But they
that do
train
it.
together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When you see, you do similar
Or
moves
I
and you
assume
learn.
they probably at least do training camps together. I don't know if they actually train.
Maybe they hate each other. Who knows? This could be it, We're going to have to find out. The undercover world here. And there is Thomas, his teammate, as we said, sitting down. He's got that heavily strapped right ankle. Doesn't seem to be causing him any problems at the moment.
Yeah, it seemed to be working for him pretty well on some ankle-intensive boulders, or the ankle-intensive boulder of #1.
Exactly. I guess pain, I mean, we've all done that. People climb through injuries all the time, but when you're in a comp, all that adrenaline kicks in.
Not recommended,
No,
by
don't
the way.
do it. Don't do it. No, terrible.
Yes.
But
it
it does
happens.
kind of go away a bit, doesn't it? When you're out there and everything is,
Yeah.
the adrenaline's up.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Manu actually got an injury. Was it his ankle at the end of last year? He missed Laval. Elbow, I think. I can't remember. He got a big injury. He's come back from that now. Slow and steady. Had an issue with the beginning before. Launches left and lands the palm in the right place.
I love seeing all the different methods for that. The palm over, the right foot kick through.
Yeah, it's an interesting, because sometimes slabs can be a bit boring. This one certainly isn't. Fingertips in, he's matched it. Good work from Manu.
Very nice.
So Manu will get confirmation. We're still waiting to find out if that move got appealed from Yoshiyuki, and a big fall there. Ooh, big fall. Clearly the new mat's working well. We've seen some big ones this morning.
Yeah, but everyone's just bounced straight back
Yeah.
up.
It is bouncy. I think it's a little bit trampoline-like, those mats.
Yeah.
It's fun. I did sort of bounce across it like I was on the moon the other day. Probably shouldn't reveal that. I have to keep myself entertained. So 3 athletes in action. It's the same wall as was in use last year in the park. Timothy Romshak is coming up to the minute mark. Nice top-down angle. It's pretty flat, that hold. So Slab Kirov standing up tall now, left foot on. Just got a message from a climber listening back at home saying she liked the description of bodies hitting the floor, or the wall, sorry. But it's true, like you guys put yourself through an awful lot when you're out there, and it's not a contact sport, but it's a really physical one. As you can see, that's the body hitting the wall, that's sort of knees and legs smacking in.
Yeah, the sound you don't want to hear from the microphone is when you slip and then your knees smash the edge of the volume.
We've all done it. I mean, any climber knows it.
Yeah, you would be able to hear that on the stream, and then just get that visceral reaction.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Yeah,
I know
everybody
what that
goes
feels
numb.
like.
And usually you could sort of shake it off and have a rest in the gym, get a coffee, but these guys have got to immediately get back on the wall.
Yeah. I think the worst one I've ever done is like absolutely smash my shins. They were bleeding so much, and I knew that I wasn't supposed to keep climbing. And so I just pretended that they weren't hurting and not bleeding and just did not face the judges at all.
Oh, wow.
Like blood running down into my shoes.
Alana. Right, Toby Roberts is on. I said at the beginning he had sort of a, not a disappointing one, because he's obviously within the top 10, but he had a couple of slips during qualies that he'll want to sort of just close those mistakes out. Big slip from Oscar there as that right foot pings off. Yoshiyuki Gata is there on your main screen on M2. And Benjamin launches upwards from Chile and comes down.
Boulder 3 is tough. We saw Yuji come out and fall in the last move, and nobody else has gotten zone yet. Oh, come on, Oscar.
All right, here is Oscar.
Interesting, he's only using that one side. Oh, and he doesn't, the swing is...
So what happened then? Did he just change his mind or just get the angle wrong? I don't know.
think, yeah, the swing keeps getting away from him. I think he needs to use both. Or it seems like the swing has been more successful when people are using both holds, not 2 hands on the one. Well, he makes it work. It's fine.
Yeah, there was, then pops off. Yeah, there's so many things that seem to happen there. I mean, the good thing is you are on a jog, you can stop and reset.
Yes. It is so easy on those kind of moves for your swing just to get a bit funky.
Yeah, I'm talking about funky. Yoshiyuki doing something different there. Tried to palm into the no-tex to stop that fall. Toby is a move away, though.
He really wants to grab something on that super volume.
Trusting that left heel, rocking on, putting the pressure in. Now reaches up. That's one hand, that's 2 hands, and that's going to be a top for Toby. We think, oh, he was kind of
that was a
bobbling
little bit,
around,
yeah.
wasn't he?
Never
I think
really
he was,
stopped.
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah.
It's the fingers that dance. I don't know. I mean, he's leaving. He's been obviously given it, otherwise he wouldn't go.
Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. I love a bit of appeal chat.
I wonder if there will be one.
And talking about Toby as well, we've got in the first episode of the Climbing Club, there is a behind-the-scenes vlog of Toby's travels to Salt Lake City. So that will be out later on today. You can go and check that. Part of this extra content we're making. Right, Oscar fell there. Big gasp from you.
Yeah.
And he's now looking
You can
back
never
at the
tell
boulder.
what I'm thinking. What are you talking about?
I know. I'm doing the sort of like plugs here, and you're just sucked into Oscar, which is absolutely fair enough. I mean, I always say everyone's allowed to be biased in this commentary box, apart from me. Yoshiyuki, run and jump. It's so fascinating to me, the different styles. It seems easy to just do that swing.
That was non-start Yoshiyuki, I don't...
Yeah.
Okay.
He's still on. Oh,
But
no.
he jumped his foot before he matched hands.
Oh, you're talking about the starting position?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he had it correct. You need to... There are like the 4 green pieces of tape, and that's 1 for each limb. And you need to touch all of them before moving on.
Yeah, and judges will usually tell you, won't they, if you've made a mistake.
Yeah, they usually run up onto the mat and stop, stop.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I missed when he tapped his hand.
Yeah, we'll wait and
actually.
see.
Probably.
We're armchair judging here, which is the best way to do it.
It doesn't really matter because he had already got the zone.
Yeah. So Benjamin kicking into the wall, couldn't stop it. This is Yoshiyuki again. Hits the zone. He's already got this, as Alana said.
Oh. Everybody who's tried to do that super dynamically has struggled. The slower you go, I think.
I think you're right, yeah.
A little bit more in control is a little bit more successful.
Yeah, everyone who's gone fast has slid out of our camera shot.
Mm-hmm. Slid out of the shot. Oh no.
It's like they did it on purpose. Oscar goes again on this final boulder.
Oh, nice.
Nice and
Goes straight
flowy.
for the blind jug. Oh,
He's going all the way left, isn't he?
No.
He's not. Oh, he kind of is. A bit of both.
Yeah.
A
Not
hybrid.
straight for it.
No.
A little.
Yoshiki again, 36 seconds on the clock. I'm loving how he's making that palm work.
Mm-hmm. And now that there's chalk on that, almost everyone's going to try that.
Yeah, Diane did it first of all, didn't he? And then
Yeah.
from then on, it was like open season.
Because you come out, you've never seen the boulder, obviously, before, and you see a bunch of chalk there. So you're like, oh, people must be touching that.
Yeah.
Oh, Oscar made it work.
Oscar's a move away with 15 seconds left. He's in.
Nice. Yes.
That's two tops and one zone for Oscar.
2 tops and 3
So
zones.
yes, and that is big for him.
Yeah.
Look at the scoreboard up at the top.
For now at the top, yeah. His first boulder semi.
Provisional podium for a semi-final.
Yeah. For semi-final, yeah.
Yeah, for a semi-final.
Halfway through.
We should give medals out for that. Next out will be Meiichi Narasaki. I was there's a gym right next door to the. We're going to watch a replay actually of Oscar in his tops. Let's
'cause
watch
we missed
that.
it. I do
Yeah.
want to see it.
And this was the wild sort of swing he did.
It's a replay. I almost just cheered for him.
You can again. So this is the
That
final
was
move.
really cool. The
It-
little foot skip. And
Yeah, the
over.
hybrid. I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, and the foot skip and then landing with the foot skip and then landing on a precise foothold, that's really impressive.
Yeah, agreed. Good work from Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was saying there's a gym next door to this one, and the Japanese team were warming up, and I saw Meiichi do the most ridiculous jumps I think I've ever watched. I mean, he's a very tall man, right?
Yeah.
And I swear to God, he was like 5 meters of dino. Obviously not, but it was huge. And I'd never really seen that side of him like that. And he was just on the wall, swinging around, having a wonderful time. And I'm looking forward to seeing him on some of the later boulders.
Yeah.
Here's Thomas from France, looking at boulder 4. And here is Meiichi, the jumper, not jumping at the moment, slab climbing his way across.
He is quite good at slab.
He is. He's just a good all-round climber, isn't he?
I suppose you could say that.
Yeah, I mean, what a family.
They're all right.
They're okay. Tomoe will be out just after Meiichi.
Oh, I didn't realize they... Oh, look at that.
Ah, easy
Very
peasy.
quick top.
So Meiichi just gets the nod. He will leave. So we're left with 2 Bulgarian athletes and Manu Kornu. Slav tries to hold that helicopter, not quite.
Yeah, this boulder is proving to be very difficult. I thought that we'd see some tops after the first.
I
after
did too,
Yuji.
yeah. It looked okay at first, didn't
Yeah.
it? But really hard, obviously.
Yeah. Nobody else has figured out the where Yuji did the toe jam.
Mhm.
I think.
I mean, I guess you'd look at it and think, well, the blocker's there for that reason.
Yeah, I think also you need a lot of hand strength to be able to do that, and Yuji's a little bit shorter, I believe. So the bigger you are, like the taller you are, the harder it is to fit in that little box. Plus, you need a lot of hip mobility.
Yeah, the height debate is always so interesting, and it's always just, as you said, how you sort of adjust to certain positions. Some moves are easier, some are harder. Thomas stands up again.
His number is interestingly very off-center on his back.
Yeah, it is, isn't
That
it?
bothers me
The
slightly.
OCD people out there are going crazy right now. Yeah, I kind of want to shift it.
Yeah.
You run out though, will you, and just fiddle it.
Hey, can I?
Yeah, it'll be fine. You're Alana Yip. They'll let you do it.
That's an interesting way, and I don't think it would work necessarily.
Almost everyone's tried it that way, but it hasn't worked.
Yeah.
It's the next holds the zone if anyone had.
He's going to need some big, strong lock-off strength in that right arm to hit that bump like that. Manu keeps sliding out. And I have got some appeal news, so give me a second, I'll let you know. Yeah, so Toby has been appealed for Boulder 1, as we said. And I think that's a pretty legit appeal. Those hands were not still, they were kind of creeping around. But does that show control if you're moving on the hold?
I mean, we couldn't really see the rest of his body, but I assume his hands were moving because the rest of his body was moving a little bit. It didn't look like he was stable and just moving his hands. It did look like he was wobbling a bit.
And that wouldn't, if that appeal happens, I think he gets to go back on because he was obviously given it and left, so he'll be able to come back. And I think it's 2 minutes you're given to do that. So we could
whatever, it might be more because there was more remaining on the clock. I think he might have flashed, or I think he flashed that boulder.
It was quick for sure, yeah. So yeah, we might see Toby again. We'll let you know. We're getting updated.
I believe it's minimum 2 minutes. So if he had topped it with like 3 seconds left, he would still get 2 minutes. But
Manu tries to save it once more, palms off. Frustration from Manu. Oh, Thomas goes all the way and bounces on that left foot.
The Oscar beta.
The Oscar beta, yeah. Up he goes, so confident on that last move. 20 seconds to go, easy.
Everyone has topped it pretty close to the end.
Yeah, you got to figure it out, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh, Manu goes. Manu not looking close at the moment. No, and obviously not. 4 seconds to go. No go for Manu. Celebrates with the teammate as he leaves his round. Manu's good for that in terms of like team spirit. I think he tends to act as a bit of a glue in the middle of the French team sometimes, holding them all together. He's sort of a veteran by now.
Definitely.
Well, there is Toby. He's under appeal, remember, on Boulder 1. He won't necessarily know that's going on and certainly won't be focusing on anything to do with that. He can't control it. And Tomoe Narasaki is out and about.
Yeah, and even if he does know, it shouldn't concern him because he knows he can do that boulder.
Yeah.
He obviously pretty much flashed it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, there is Toby trying to figure out M2.
All right, let's see how he likes these no-tex holds. Oh. Definitely needs to run into the toe.
This is what Yoshiki is so good at doing, his moves like that, like one armor styling. Fell off the next one, but yeah, it was a very Yoshiki move, that.
Yes.
Wow, fascinating stuff. Is it a good semi-final so far? Benjamin on the final climb. Tomoe just peeling off. Trying to do it very statically, almost not really jumping.
He wants to hold that position and not continue. But I think, considering everybody else has continued, I think he has to continue.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Toby's thumb's working so hard on that no-tex. He goes for the palm. Good work from Tomoe.
Oh, this is similar to what Ben Hanna did at the beginning, standing up on the left one, and now his legs are spread out a little bit more, so it's a little bit harder, but no matter.
Yeah, you're right. That sort of fiddly foot sequence, most have been skipping it. Tomoe doesn't. Now he wraps the left hand around. Right foot in, left toe pressing, not a heel though this time. Oh, he's got, this is different. Surely you can't match. You've got to let go of that left hand here.
Yeah, I think he just wants to get higher.
He's got very stiff shoes on as well, which is interesting.
He needs to get further left for sure. Oh yeah, he's moving his feet up.
Palming down. That palm is a problem, really, because you need to get over on the left to be able to
Now he's moving his
sit.
foot down. Skating off there.
I mean, it's easy for us to watch it and think he's in the boring body position, but for him, it's just like it's a feeling, isn't it, when he's out there?
Yeah.
Toby trying to do it statically, using that height. Good friction from Yoshiyuki. M3 proving very hard when you look down the leaderboard. Only one zone there. Tomoa's got to be careful of that black line on the right as well. You obviously can't hook your foot around the arete there. It's taped off.
Yeah, it is kind of far, I think. If
yeah, I mean,
if he hooked his foot, he would already be falling.
Yeah, exactly.
Quick little footwork here. Come on, can he figure it out?
And watching that left foot, he put all the rubber down, and it did make a difference then. Not just the heel, the full sole of the shoe.
Yeah.
And it just stabilised him, I think, to make that move. I think Tomoa thinks he could have done that a bit quicker, which I think he probably should have done.
Yes.
Benjamin faces the wrong way. Hypes the crowd while he's there. Benjamin starts this tick-tock now.
Oh, nice.
Just watch that right palm though. It's still slipping. He's not in. That right palm was sliding down towards the ground.
Yeah, and nobody's feet have stuck that way for a while at least. Or as like they'll stick for a second and then they'll slide.
Yeah, and we talk about no text and how slippy that is, and yet that volume has texture and equally slippy. So it's not always about the no friction.
Yeah, it's really the angle. And I would venture that one, I think we were doing a little bit of testing on kind of what is the ultimate angle that you can stand on, and it was something around like 33 is doable, 32.5 is not quite.
That sounds like a challenge to me.
It does. And I'm sure there are some slab masters out there, like I'm sure Jenya Kazmakova's ultimate angle is like 30. The rest of us mortals are somewhere around 33.
Yeah. Now, it's interesting you say it, because it has got to be a physical limit. I mean, rubber improves, that does make a difference. But yeah, it's interesting. Toby, 3 seconds to go.
Just timing out. At least he got the zone.
But not the greatest start for Toby, and he didn't have the best, cleanest quali round either. And look, he's being talked to, oh no, just being handed something there by the judge, by the brusher. So I'll let you know about that appeal. It's still underway. We've got no update on that at the moment. Manny's back on, and Jakob Schubert runs in, and that is a man who can afford just to enjoy his competitions at the moment. He qualified in Bern at the World Champs for the Olympics. He's using these first couple of World Cups as sighters. He was in China, he's in America. I said to him, do you not just want to sort of not travel at the moment? He was like, no, I love it. You know, I'm enjoying it. And I think for him as well, it's getting into that rhythm again of comp climbing.
And he's done it for so long.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, he's very good at it, and
he's
must enjoy it.
He's all right. He had an incredible year last year to Jakob Schubert. He climbed 9A Boulder, 9C Route, World Championship. He won that, qualified for the Olympics. It was just stellar. So,
yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, it was okay. We could all have goals. And Jakob has stood up tall. Now, I've just got an update about that appeal. It has been upheld. So he's going to have to climb that problem again for Toby Roberts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Toby will go through the whole round and then come back and climb Boulder.
Right, okay. And they'll have to fiddle the schedule somehow to fit that in. So we'll wait and see on that one. So there is Jakob. Delicate down onto that left foot. Creeps in. Right, and myself and Jakob Schubert's sister, Hannah Schubert, will be doing the OQS series, the commentating. So we'll be the regular commentators on that in less than 2 weeks.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't available because you're competing apparently, which is just outrageous alone.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's fine, it's fine. I take it as a personal slight, but it's okay.
Wow, okay. I will be very free to commentate after this, though. So.
At the end of the day, right? You're going to qualify for the Olympics. It'll be fun.
But then I'm not. And then I'm done.
Well, yeah, and we need to talk about this, and we will talk about this because I know that this is it's your last World Cup. But right now we're here with Slav.
Yes, that was such a nice swing across, and he's made that work quite early compared to everyone else who has fallen on it quite a few times.
Yeah, good point. Most people have like buzzer beater on this move, but he's one away now. Easy-ish. Yeah, now gets it done.
Nice.
Yeah, quick work from Slav, and you were right about the speed. You did the coordination.
Oh.
Not quite for Jakob. That's Mechi on boulder 2. Oh, big fall from Manu on his back there on boulder 3.
Oh, yeah, those thumbs. And I think that move was a little easier for Meiji and some of the taller athletes. I mean, seeing Toby on it in the last rotation, he didn't really have the height to keep the left hand on while hitting the right hand and keep the right foot on.
Oh, Meiji is trying to use that foothold like a normal foothold, and somehow it's worked.
Oh, my goodness.
Forearms in use on the right. Bit of a knee and action slips.
Really, on all of the footholds, he slipped on that one.
I know, yeah, the one good one.
Good, in quotation marks.
Well, yeah, of course, it's awful.
Whoa, look at that crazy knee bar. Oh, no.
Using his height, so interesting. He's exhausted there.
That was such a good effort. Okay, but can we talk about that, like, drop knee bar thing that he had while going for the finish hold? That was crazy.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get a replay at the end of that, because it was wild. Yeah, like, such an interesting move.
Yeah. His height definitely serving him well there.
So Jakob again, right leg creeping up the wall.
Nice.
1 minute left.
Oh, yeah, he's got time. He's...
I don't know what someone said to Manu there, but someone said something fun. All right, Jakob in. Gotta trust this now. Rock. This is where Tomo put all of that flat left foot down.
Oh, nice.
And that's the difference in like the Toby top and Jakob. You know, Jakob was very still, no doubt from the judges, clearly in control. As Toby creeping out with the hands, we didn't see the feet, and that's what cost him.
Yeah.
Mechi leaves boulder 2. Just with his own, so he's stopped obviously on that one.
Ooh.
Manu prowling around like a tiger there. I think he's done, I think. He will leave, okay.
Wow, now I'm so curious about...
well, we're going to quickly see this replay here. This was what you were talking about, that insane
look
knee.
at where his foot is, too, on the zone hold.
Yeah, that is a crazy, crazy move. We haven't seen anyone try to do that.
Oh, I'm so sad that he didn't stick the top.
Right, Oscar Baudran is still leading the way with 2 tops and a zone. And down in the top 6, Rumshak is in the danger zone here. There is Yannick Floe on. I said to him, kind of jokingly, that he looks massive at the moment, but he looks stacked. I was with him climbing in Font, and it seems like he's just piled on the muscle in the last couple of months. There is Toby hanging on. Oh, that left foot pings. Sorry, left hand pings.
Yeah. That was a very clear, the left hand definitely went.
Now, Yannick is not known for loving slab climbing. He jokes about it now because it's such like this thing about him, but actually he's got pretty good. He's really put the time in on
Yeah,
this.
I'm sure he's been working really hard on it.
Doesn't mean he likes it. Oh, look at that. Did you see that? Top right. He jumped back to the jug.
What?
That was wild.
Yoshiyuki is crazy. Okay.
So Yoshiyuki was on the grey volume and he returned to the jug. I presume he was falling off. Oh, again, look at that. Forget that replay. Look at that. He did exactly the same thing.
I mean, that's one way to feel out the move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a wild semi-final this is. He's going to do it again. He might.
Oh,
He is.
yeah. Again. This is amazing.
3 times. That's so much fun. Wow. Yoshiyuki doing live replays.
Live replays.
I asked for a replay from our tech guys, right, and immediately he did the same thing, so I cancelled the replay because it was incredible. 3 times. Wow.
Oh, I'm so sad that he didn't stick that in the end. I hope that he figures out to go all the way to the foothold.
It's got to be some kind of stat for, you know, backwards meters climbed in a boulder, and I reckon he's probably up there now. Paul Higgins, if you're watching, make that stat, please. Right, Tomoa.
Nice.
Out
Sticking
towards
the jump, actually, with the left palm. It's sliding around.
Just watch the top right of the screen to see if he jumps back.
Oh.
Pings down. Will he? No, he went too far left that time. And that's the thing, jumping back, we were laughing about it, but it shows that he's not going far enough left, really.
Yes. But also, yeah. Well, that he was feeling that he was unstable on that volume. But it looks like he did figure out now that he should go all the way to the foothold, so hopefully he'll make it happen next time.
Yeah, although we won't see the jump back, which is a shame, because it was brilliant.
You already saw it 3 times. Do you really need to see it again?
Yes, I do. Multiple
No, I
times.
just want to see him top the boulder.
Yeah, maybe. But I want to see him jump 3 times and then top the boulder.
Oh, okay.
That's just, ideal world. This is where Toby fired off with the left hand.
Oh, he looks so in control here.
He loves those camper style moves, doesn't he? Little adjustments with the right.
Ooh.
Lots of body
Toby?
tension from
Come
Toby.
Oh, no.
It's good thinking, you get it.
Wow. Just so much control. Oh, no.
Oh, pops off and down. Ooh, slapped it. And that's the kind of physical slaps that we hear. And he's holding. Oh, he grabbed the chalk. There we go. I thought it was on his hand.
Everyone just resting now.
So Toby will be re-slotted in on Boulder 1 after Sota Amagasa, who is second to last climber out. So he'll feed in just before Jan Lukaposh comes onto the stage, just to let you know. So
he'll
Yannick
finish
Floyd.
his round currently, and then,
Yeah, and now Yannick's got with shoe talk again. Very, very soft left shoe and a fairly stiff right shoe.
Interesting. Oh, he does not. He's not standing on the foothold. He was standing on the right side of that volume.
Maybe that's why. He just looks out towards one of his coaches. And remember, the coaches can't talk back, but Yannick loves just to sort of talk at them.
He might have also been asking the judge if he got the zone there.
Okay, might be that too. But there we go.
Yeah.
One of the two. He's talking to someone. Tamoa not having fun on M2 with 30 seconds to go. Oh, Yoshiki is just endlessly entertaining here.
All the way, Yoshi. Come on.
Oh, no way. Come on.
Okay, but for real this time. Come on.
Yeah, this now get it done, please. Please for my high right reel. No, he's not. Go. No, he's not going to. Maybe he is.
No, it's there's 2 seconds
Not enough time.
left.
Oh, Yoshiyuki. I want to give him points on that. He did everything possible but not climb the boulder.
That was absolutely insane. I'm heartbroken.
I know.
Right now.
I wanted him to do it just for history's sake on that one. That was one of the best attempts at a boulder ever.
Yes.
Wow. Well, we'll try to recover here because Colin Duffy is on. He did well in China. We'll look forward to carry that into this round here. Team USA getting behind him, of course. One of a couple of athletes in this semi-final for the men.
Oh, wow. Manu already did an attempt.
That was quick.
Yeah. With such a big, long boulder, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Read it real quick and went.
Oh, he's pausing now. They're having a look. There is Jakob
Nobody
Schubert.
else has gotten on yet.
No. Right, here Mana goes. There's Meichi.
Nice clean stand up from Colin.
We might see
Oh,
the top
Meichi.
into his zone. One move away now for the first time. It's a big, powerful crimp.
That was even closer than Yuji.
He did it like Toby tried to do it, but had a bit more reach, and I think that helped.
Ooh.
Toby
Colin
comes
just
in.
trying to go a little too fast.
And Jakob as well falls into our screen. All go here.
I think he's trying to wipe the chalk or something off of his hands. Or the sweat, I'm not sure.
Well, he maybe wants a bit of sweat for the no-tex.
Yeah, what I've heard before is people spitting on their hands, which is kind of gross.
Yeah, I mean, Jakob, a very long time ago, sort of was licking his fingers in a shot that he'd hate me to bring up again, but I am, because it was this wonderful moment, slow motion of his licking his hands. But,
no.
you know, hey, got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, sometimes in the middle of a comp round, if your skin is too dry, I wish I had ever experienced too dry skin. side note. But yeah, if your skin is too dry and you don't have water, I guess you just need to wet your fingers somehow.
Yeah. Manu's up. Oh, hypes the crowd before he's even finished the move there.
Such a Manu thing to do.
It is, isn't it? Drives people crazy, that one.
Yep.
Be included.
Yep.
Huge swing.
Just match.
Yeah,
Just
it's like,
match.
finish it, then celebrate, please. Well, he falls
Oh,
down.
Jakob well into the zone here.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Real
Slow,
shouldery
slow,
press
slow,
that.
slow, slow. Nice.
Looks for the left blind foot, finds it.
He looks very good here. Come on.
Big pop needed for Jakob, shoulder press.
Yes.
He's got to finish it from here, surely. Gets the right toe, and it is a
Nice.
match on Boulder 2 in the first top we
Yeah.
see on Boulder 2.
So many people have been close, right around the top. Amazing.
I would be excited for Jakob to get into a final here. He's hyped. Manu goes back.
Jump
He's
back,
going to do
jump.
the back.
Oh,
no,
no.
he's not. Massive moves here. Ooh, the kick off the wall for Colin as he staggers backwards. So Colin will have a little think.
Yeah, he's not having a good time with this.
No, he's not. Well, he's in his home venue. And I talked to Kyra Condi about this in an interview yesterday and said, you know, it's similar to Colin. You know, this is kind of your workplace. You come here every day, you put the hours in, and suddenly you've got to come and compete. And it's a strange mindset to be in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what a mindset shift.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, look at that from Meichi. Got wild there, but managed to stick. Now he's got the power move to come. One move away from the top and drops it again.
Come on, Manu.
Right, Manu, please just match and don't celebrate. He's in with one finger and two, and now he can celebrate. That's a big moment for him. That'll bump him up. He's in 8th at the moment, now up to second, joint second. I think he's looking at the scoreboard there or something. Or,
He wants to know.
yeah, exactly.
Was that good enough? So, it's a lot of people.
Now that is a big hit from Colin. We hope he's okay. He
Oh.
immediately grabbed the ankle.
Oh no.
It was a big scream. Manu goes over to have a look. I don't know if he's... I think he might... I mean, he's going to leave the stage, obviously. It was a big kind of scream out from Colin there, but he's putting weight on it.
Sort of. He's
Ish.
limping quite a bit.
He is, isn't he?
Oh no.
He must have hit it on the way, or maybe it was when he landed, because he was very close to the edge of the mat where it hits the wall.
Or maybe he hit one of the seams and it
Yeah.
wasn't pushed together properly or something. I'm not sure.
Well, we hope he's going to... We'll find out very quickly if he comes back onto the mats, how he's doing. That was a nasty moment from Colin there.
So, like, the U.S. team will immediately send probably Zach, their PT.
Yeah, the
back
physio
there.
are allowed back there to
Yeah.
help out. There are obviously strict rules about not giving them beta, but of course
Yes,
it's
but
about...
medical personnel are allowed
Exactly.
to go back and forth from the front to the back of the wall for medical reasons.
So he will get some treatment, whatever's gone on. So fingers crossed for him. Right, Saratu Anaraku is out. God, we powered through this. We've only got 3 athletes to go. He qualified in 3rd for this semi-final. Good work so far from Saratu. Toby jumps back, doesn't quite do what Yoshiyuki did.
I like having the split screen plus the one big.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Hard for my brain, but good for viewing purposes.
Oh,
So,
just bobbling off.
ooh, that left foot peeling and sending him down right onto his side there.
Hope he's okay.
Yeah, he had a high heel hook, and that's what caused him to fall like that. Toby just catches the left hand. He tried to jump back.
Oh yeah, he's also like similar to Oscar, trying to do make the swing work with 2 hands on the jug, but it looks a little bit unnatural. No, it's fine.
Yeah, the left foot was very precise. It kind of saved that awkward swing. He needs to commit to this little jump. Makes it work. This final stretch up towards the top hole. Plenty of time as well. Oh, he nearly fell, but he does get it, and this time he matches it, makes sure.
Nice.
Now remember, Toby will be back on the mat, soon actually, after Sota Amagasa will climb. So he will have to redo Boulder 1 after he was given the top, he was appealed, and the appeal upheld. Leaderboard's changing all the time now. Down in 6th is the Frenchman, Lemangeur, who is, with 2 tops, is in trouble there. Jakob Schubert has a couple of boulders to go.
Oscar's holding strong at top spot here.
He might be in fact, with oh, no, we've got a long way to go for that. But yeah, he's got potential there, Alana.
Yeah, he's got potential, but I think the worst he can do is maybe 8th from my count.
This was Serrato here.
I think it was second go for Serrato.
Yeah, reaches up.
Wow.
Nice and clean that second go.
Yeah. Where other people have been tentative on the feet for that last move, matching the last, it's not a hold, but
yes, panel.
the dual touch disc thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is just so confident there.
Well, Tomoa is on the crimps here. See how powerful this man is feeling. All right, has a look behind him. He goes for the big move to the crimp. So he's trying to skip a hold, kind of.
I mean, the hold that he's skipping looks pretty bad, so I don't blame him.
Makes sense, eh? But Meiichi Narasaki came closer on that, using that sort of creeping your feet up sideways, lots of body tension, committing to the layback almost.
Meiichi is taller.
Yes.
But Toby was able to get his foot over there. And I think Toby's shorter.
So Yannick looks down at his hands in this whole chalk or no chalk debate on M2 with these mixed no-tex holds.
You could see him almost start to go for his chalk bag and be like, no, I shouldn't do that.
Well, I think he put liquid chalk on and then it kind of cleaned it off. So obviously he's going for that sort of tacky texture before it fully dries, maybe?
Or just like a really thin layer.
Maybe, yeah. Or it could be around his spin spit, possibly, he's using. Who knows? But whatever, he's deep into the no-tex, out towards the zone. Watch that right foot, though. Just got to believe it will stay there. A bit too fast, I think, maybe.
Yeah. He thought he had it, and then tried to commit fully to it. I really want to see Tomoa get this move. This will probably be his last go.
Yes, it will be. No.
He almost had it. His foot just kicked a little bit low on the piggyback volume there.
Yeah, it's a Tomoa-like move to do. He's had a great start to the season. We'll want another one. Right, so we rotate again. And we're starting to close our semi-final out gradually here. Sota Amagasa is next, and then finally Jan-Luca Posch before we start saying goodbye to boulders.
Well, in between those two, we'll see Toby again.
Yes, on the slab of Boulder 1.
Yes.
So that's what's to come. Pretty big names run onto the stage there. And there is Sota Amagasa. Had a bit of a break from the comp world and he's back and he's really making an impact.
Yeah, exciting to see two slightly different names, I would say, for the top spots. Sota and Jan-Luca.
Yes, agreed. I mean, Jan-Luca especially, I don't think I would have predicted that one before, but he had just a magic round.
Yeah.
And right now, I wouldn't have predicted that Oscar Baudrin would be leading the way in a semi-final, but he is.
It's true, yeah.
All change here at the
I'm not
IFSC.
upset about it.
No, exactly. Meiichi with the swing. He's so, I was about to say, he's so tall he could almost span it, and he might be thinking about that, but I think you need a bit of a pop.
Yeah, I don't think
maybe not. I mean, he's giving it a go. No. You'd have to rock. I mean, the rock over
think he's just
on the
having,
left.
yeah. Okay, but he did a very small little jump to the furthest right side of the volume.
I guess he landed in the corner more, that was the thinking, but
That's true.
further is better. Colin getting cheered on.
Yeah, probably his flash attempt.
Yes, it is, yeah. So this is a big one for him. Didn't get anything, and obviously the ankle we talked about, he strapped it, as you can see, but he's carrying on climbing. He's going to have to battle here. He's wow. This is risky.
Come on, Colin.
That's insane. What is this semi-final giving us? That's a wild move if he can match it.
Yeah.
He can. To come back from that ankle twist that he was clearly in pain, to do that. And look, we were chatting earlier about climbers doing outrageous things.
Yeah.
There's no way a setter would have thought that was going to happen.
No.
And it is dangerous, putting your foot above your head on a wall that high.
Yes.
It's full on. But climbers will just commit to stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, you want the top so desperately, you're willing to do quite a lot. But I think he was also felt pretty solid in his hands. So if the handhold had been worse, he probably wouldn't have been so quick to commit to a foot above the head.
And Jakob Schubert walking off, quick send to Boulder 3 for him as well.
And the two of them, I think Jakob gave him a little fist bump. Yeah.
I think Jakob must have caught the move as he was leaving.
Yeah.
Sure. Having climbed that boulder, would have been impressed.
Oh, sorry, Jakob, quick send of Boulder 3?
Yes, exactly.
Our first send of Boulder 3. And we missed it.
We'll try to watch it afterwards, but yeah, it kind of happened off camera. We were so busy with Colin.
Boulders are dropping left, right, and center here.
Yeah, things start to ramp up, and Oscar is pushed now down to third straight away off the top. Yeah, Jakob got Boulder 3 done. Very cool from him. It would have been on the split screen, but I was fully paying attention to Colin.
Oh, same.
All right, Sutter back on. 2 minutes on the clock.
He's also doing not the foot cross through move, but I think that's a mistake. I think that's a...
You think not that way to do the feet?
Well, at least the way he was trying to sort of stab his left foot over quickly, and I think you need to go pretty slow.
Yeah. Let's see if
it's
he adjusts.
A bit around a corner because of the angle of the volume, in a way.
Yeah, you can see it just. It's got a little. He's looking down towards it, but you're right. You can't quite see it. You've got to sort of slide your foot down the volume into it.
Yes, and blind, and yeah, you have to put so much weight onto that right foot. If it's on the worst one, it's a little bit harder. And of course, the white one, the white foothold on the white volume that you can barely see there.
Oh yes, down at the bottom, yeah.
It's further away.
Well, there is Alex Honnold. He popped into our commentary box, and he'll be joining me later on for the finals for the boulder. And tomorrow, I'm hoping for semi-finals and finals. That's the plan anyway. So, yeah, come and join us to hear Alex Honnold's insight on comp climbing. Can't wait. All right, Sotek creeping left towards the zone again. He found the blind foothold better this time.
Oh. But really wanting to do this dynamically. He's not feeling the more static ways to do it.
No, he's not. There's a few athletes in the middle there of our crowd, the audience behind, coaches down the front. One of our judges there in the shot. And 25 seconds to go. It's running out of time for Sota Amagasa. Shakes his head. He hasn't got it this time. I think he's going to leave the stage. And now we will slot in Toby Roberts to have another go on this boulder. We think probably coming in about halfway through the round.
Yeah, they'll just leave the clock running as normal, and then Toby should come back in at whatever time he had left on the clock when he did his top, no top thing.
Yeah, and for Toby, it's not what you want, obviously, but in terms of, as you said, a move, he has kind of done it. You know, he knows the sequence. It's not going to worry him about, oh, he's running straight out, actually.
Okay.
So there we go. They're doing it like that.
Sorry.
No, it's not your,
misinformation.
I would have presumed the same thing. Usually that's how they do it. They bring him on a bit later.
Yes.
So not sure, but anyway.
Oh, they might actually just be holding him until he came out at the same time, but he has to face out.
Oh, I see.
See,
there we
because
go.
the
Yeah,
clock's ticking down.
this is what we were correct.
Yeah.
Because usually they do this backstage, but Toby rather awkwardly actually has to stand and wait on the mats.
And stand facing the crowd too. Oh, ouch.
Tomoa with a bang there.
Yeah. I'm sure he's okay.
And Toby's still just, this is, I cannot feel sorry for him. They could have just left him behind the curtain.
It is, but he does have to walk all the way from one side.
But there's
down.
another entrance. You think they could have just been like, go out the other entrance?
Yeah.
I'm just,
yeah.
common sense.
Theorizing, you know.
Yes,
Yeah.
you know, who knows? Right,
Wow. Okay,
Tomoa.
Tomoa, that was so quick to do those two coordination moves.
Yeah, less than a minute to get that done. Pops up, makes the match
Wow.
quickly for Tomoa.
Like 1 minute to do that boulder. That's.
And sorry, look at Yannick in the middle. That's pure power from him. He hung off that slope, but rotated the feet back
Oh,
And-
it's a similar way that Yuji did it at the very beginning.
Yeah, it was a lot of core. Toby's still standing there. Yannick now eyes up the last jump. He's going to love a move like this. It's very Yannick flowy,
yeah.
and look at that.
No problem.
No problem. Oh, well,
Oh,
hang on, he
well,
hasn't matched
yeah.
yet. Now he has.
Okay.
He loves, and it's not a basic move, but, you know, crimpy power moves.
Yes.
Yannick's like, he loves it.
His bread and butter.
The bread and butter, exactly. Got it done. I think Toby's allowed to climb soon. He's brushing his shoes. That's Serato and Raku. Probably seeing the two athletes on paper who we maybe pencil in for possibly winning this boulder competition.
Mm-hmm. Side by side here.
Yeah. So Toby's back and tries to recreate this move that he didn't control before. Similar feet crossing through. Careful, delicate with that left toe. Always looking down at it, squeaking on the wall. And he's down in 12th at the moment, so he does need this. It's a big moment for Toby. Careful with the feet. Gets the heel locked. Reaching up for Toby Roberts. Second time of trying. And this time he really makes sure of it. The judges will give him that. And Toby Roberts gets the score and gets bumped up the leaderboard. But still down in 11th. So, oh, sorry, it's in 12th. It hasn't been adjusted yet. So we'll wait and see. All right, so Serato Anaraku runs towards M2. On these dual text hole, big move out, slides the palm down, can't make it stick this time. 2 minutes on the clock for Serato. Down in 15th at the moment, a couple of boulders to go for him. Remember, we're looking for 6 athletes. Joint 5th place at the moment for Manu Cornu, Nikola Rusev. Jakub Schubert leading the way with 3 out of 3. Jakub Schubert defying the odds here. He reckons that his boulder days might be slowly going and more towards lead, but honestly, Jakub Schubert is in a powerful frame of mind here at the moment. 3 out of 3. Can he make it 4 out of 4? Serato has a look over to the clock, squats down with a minute and a half to go. He's another one just opening up his season with a couple of comps before he can relax before the Olympic Games. Already qualified, of course. He's really taking his time here, resting towards that minute mark. When that goes off, he runs in. He's struggling at the moment on this. He's got the zone already, but that left hand is sliding down the volume, not sticking for him at all. And Serato looks a little bit lost, and it must feel lonely out there by himself on the wall. Serato just kind of pacing back and forth. Just there's something about him that doesn't quite seem settled at the moment for Serato. Just makes the toe hook work. Yeah, that left palm. And he goes with 30 seconds. Serato lost on that boulder.
Yeah, interesting kind of boulder that his, when it's dual text, his sticky fingers are not liking that.
No, agreed. Yeah, his nickname doesn't live up to it that time. Well, things changing rapidly here. We have our final athlete, though, out, Jan-Luc Posch, before we start to say goodbye to boulders and goodbye to athletes. And the audience has been packed in here. No tickets available. I don't think I've ever been sent so many messages of people asking me for tickets that I cannot provide them. But this is a hot place to come and watch climbing.
Yeah, it's quite limited in seating too, I think, because it's in the warehouse and there's a few small grandstands, but...
Yeah, you can try to bribe me, you never know, but I'm very expensive. Jan-Luc Posch, there he is. This man had an incredible qualifying round. Loads of flashes on his way to a first place finish. But so often we see this where an athlete won't necessarily continue that form into the next round.
Yes.
And sometimes it's experience, sometimes it's just the way the cookie crumbles, sometimes it's just energy. You burnt a lot during quali.
But we've seen it quite a lot, especially with people who they have an amazing qualifier round for maybe the first time. So I'm really hoping that's not the case with Jan-Luca here.
Yeah, he's immediately stood up. The tall man is in position. Sata Amagasa now on boulder 2. That Colin, Colin flying through boulder 3. And Jakub trying to make it 4 out of 4. He's already got the zone. Oh, huge scream from Sota.
Sticking that dynamic shoulder move, that was amazing.
Oh. Sota Amagasa leaves the stage, and he is clearly psyched. And I talk about Japanese selection, in fact, probably too much, but the rules are changing next year, so theoretically it's going to be even harder to get Japanese athletes in. So you really do have to show everyone that you should be on that team. Look at that, Luca Posh. Oh, he had a bobble, but he saved it.
And look at that, a flash straight out of the gates.
Well, there we go. Clearly he is continuing his form.
Yeah.
So Jakob and Colin are left to climb.
Right, can Jakob make it 4?
Flicking his
boulders,
knees
that
up
is.
high, isn't he? Yes, into the corner. No! It's got to be frustrating. You think you're in, you think you're going to do the next move, and suddenly your foot goes. Colin, powerful, campusing his way up. Close, and landing fully on that right ankle as well.
That is such a Colin move.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. He is so, so strong, is Colin Duffy. Almost too strong sometimes. He thugs his way through stuff, maybe a little too much. All right, Jakob with chalk all over his face here. We'll have another go. So Jakob's back up. He got the zone really quickly.
Oh, so easy.
He was chalking up mid-flow there. And now the jump, they're letting down ball. Not the jump, the landing of the jump. That's what he's got to land in. It's a slopey space. You never know though, yeah. He just did one too many foot moves there.
I hope he figures out to go all the way.
Yeah.
I thought he was this last time. He was swinging a lot, but come on, Colin.
It's much better from him. Didn't look like I was going to drop it that time. And he will rest now for a second chalk up. Crimpy move to come as the crowd get behind him. Over the lip of this overhang here. Oh, he's trying to do it really dynamically. Wow. No.
Oh, no.
He's trying to almost do another swinging coordination move.
Yeah.
There's our crowd getting caught by the cameras, which is right on the top of the wall on the big screen, so they can see themselves. Here goes Jakob. Is he going to go all the way? It looks like he is, you're right. Such a big swing. Yes.
Yeah. But just a little bit, like his feet were quite high on the volume there.
Yeah, it's like it wasn't the right movement, but it was the right idea, and I think he's realised that. And look how quickly he's back in. So Jakob has a look down again, up to the jug. No, missed the left foot totally that time. He'll have one more go, and Jakob is getting frustrated, and he turns to climb well when he's frustrated as that man. He turns it into energy.
Doesn't have a lot of time left.
He doesn't.
Come on, Colin. Oh.
Fingertips on from Colin, different method, but it's not going to work for him. This is definitely Jakob's last go. He's going to be very, very close if he manages to land on this left hand, left foot. No, it's not going to be. Well, he got 3.5, and that's pretty impressive.
Yes.
And he knows as well. We will see him climbing later on this evening. Yeah, it's a good time to remind everyone. I can't remember the exact time we kick off tonight, but it is going to be evening time. 6 p.m. There we go. So 6 p.m. Salt Lake City time. So join us if you can. I appreciate it's probably what, in Europe it's yeah, middle of the night. So, but if you can join us, please do, because it'd be great to have you.
Come on, it's the one North American comp.
Exactly.
You got to get up
Suck it
once
up.
in the middle of the night. Everybody from North America. Wait.
Yes, if it's the other way, yeah.
If it's the other way, then it'll just be in the morning.
Yeah, that's easier.
Yeah.
Poor people. But yeah, anyway, set an alarm. It's a Sunday. What else are you doing? Come and watch tonight. And there's speed after that as well, so definitely worth getting up for. Yannick Floe hits his chest into the wall.
There's a lot of people who do that the first time. Like we saw Tomoa kind of slip the first time. A few other people.
Yeah, it's one of those you've got to sort of build your way up to, I think. All right, Cerato on this power boulder. Something's happened. The scoreboard's kind of stuck on the right, but I think it's being updated.
Oh, yeah.
Good work from Yannick. He's back on a slab, though. I guess landing at the top looks good until you try to move. And then, I don't know how to describe it. Is it steep at the top? I'm trying to do it with my hand. It just seems like they land really well, and then it's the movement that doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, theoretically, you should land a little bit further out so you can lean more into the wall.
Yeah.
And make it, quote unquote, feel more slabby. But a bit higher up, I think it's easier to get more pressure on your feet.
Yeah, it's that balancing act, isn't it?
But I think it is when they start to move and they start to shift their weight a little bit, and they're right on the edge of the amount of friction that they've got to be able to stay there.
Now let's see what Yannick does this time. Easily into the first move now, that zone. You can see the rubber where he was landing before, up near the lightning bolt. Oh, much lower. Probably better from Yannick. Oh, it's a nasty angle, isn't it? He can't get the friction.
But he didn't have his heels dropped quite as much as he could have possibly.
So why does that, because everyone always says that with slabs, why is that important when you drop a heel?
I think Stasha explained it on the live stream last time using physics.
Which we're not going to do.
Why not? I'm also an engineer.
Are you up on the physics? Please carry, well, hang on, let's see it in a sec.
Let's
and then
watch
you can physics us up.
Cerato.
Cerato rotates those feet through. Oh, not quite. Fingertips over the top for Cerato, and he blows his hand. He has got time, though. And Yannick comes down. So, yeah, so heels down. I mean, for me, I always just thought it was more rubber on the volume.
Well, more rubber, but you want more frictional force. So you're increasing the surface area that you have in contact with the volume.
Ooh.
But typically, I find, for me at least, I'm also then increasing the amount of pressure I'm putting into my feet when I drop my foot to be like as parallel with the volume as I can. Just, I think it's like the comfort level that I have when I drop my heels is more, so I'm like leaning more on top of my feet.
Well, this was how Yannick did it. He eventually ignored all of your advice and just skipped his way through it.
I mean, as he should have, because that's how everybody has done done this move.
But it was good to know the physics.
Oh, so nice.
And a quick top from Yannick, could be happy there. So with a minute to go, Cerato faces the wall away from the crowd. He's got top in 2 zones, down in 12th at the moment, so work to do.
So that all to say, I think for me personally, when I drop my heel more, I'm getting more surface area, but I'm also putting more normal force, like more force into the volume, which ends up, you have more frictional force then to keep you on.
Thank you, Alana. Oh, I love that little skip.
Very cool little campus move there.
It's not the best crimp. First time I really got to see it. It's very slopey.
Yeah, well, we've seen a few people, more people drop the top than do that top.
Yeah.
So.
I think Cerato's done maybe as well. He is, yeah. So he leaves, having a look back up the wall at what was. We start to pare things down. Now, Alana, can we please talk about this being your last World Cup? Because it kind of breaks my heart a little bit here.
Yeah, it's sad. I know I did say, I think last year that it was, but I thought there was going to be no more World Cups before OQS. Now I'm a little embarrassed, but this was, for real, my last World Cup. Wow. It was a bit weird. I didn't feel all that sad leading up because it's a stepping stone for me to OQS, which is in less than 2 weeks now. And I've been doing a lot of preparation for that. But then when I was sitting in, I thought I was all fine and everything was good. I was sitting in the chair before going out to Boulder 1, and I almost cried. I was like, oh no, not now. Not now.
And afterwards, when you walked out, I mean, that must have been a huge moment.
I just like was walking out after the 5th boulder, and just at the end of the mat, just turned around, just took one last look. I know OQS will feel very similar. Obviously, there'll be a crowd, a boulder wall, a mat, whatever. Yeah, but it was somewhere around my 90th World Cup.
Wow. I mean, you're going to be hugely, hugely missed, but, you know, OQS coming up, and I know a big career out there in front of some rock climbing, I would imagine, in the future.
Yeah, very excited for more time for some rocks.
Awesome. All right, well, Colin Duffy is on our screen now, locking off that jump.
Doesn't matter how many times I see that move, it's spectacular every time.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. It's a good one. And Jan-Luca Posch as well, up to the dual no-tex thing.
Oh yeah, Colin already figured that out.
Yeah, Colin's had an up and down round after getting that little ankle injury. He seems to be okay. He's moving fine on it, from what I can see.
Yeah.
He's trying to avoid it when he's falling, but it's hard to do.
Yes. I wonder, yeah. I hope he's okay.
Yeah. All right, Jan-Luca up. Nails the toe hook. Right foot sliding around with no foothold to stand on the left, slipping. You can see it going as he puts pressure through it. Colin, oh, Colin tried to land almost 2 feet on the hold. All the way over, massive move for him. Colin trying everything. It's one of those rounds where Colin just, yeah, he's trying to calm himself down almost. That was a wild jump that he just did. That's so cool, isn't it? Now, what's he going to do? He's got a few different methods. That skipping run over, it seems to work best, like that.
Yeah. He's almost... Yeah, it was interesting. It looked like he was kind of turned at a 45-degree angle, like his hips, when he hit the foothold. That was an interesting from the top angle there. And he was kind of still on both the left and the right foot, but turned a little bit in a strange direction. I think that kind of pushed him out.
And he's giving very specific instructions to the brusher there, so he's obviously got a plan.
Yeah.
Jan-Luca rotates through. Everyone who's done that move has used their forearm against that hold.
Just going.
Colin goes again.
If you're going to have the hold brush, you want it brushed really well.
Absolutely. He asked for it, and it seems to work. He had to, yeah. That left foot was only just on there.
Yeah, but he did a really good job there. He got really on top of the left foot as he came across. His right foot was still on the volume, but it wasn't taking much weight.
He's made it work. One move to go for Colin. No, oh, I thought he was gone.
Yeah, for a second. But I think you can grab the top hold, luckily.
Yeah, there's enough on it,
There's
isn't
something to hold.
Because he brought
Just
the inside flagging to stop that twist, that barn door.
That was very nice.
I think that's going to help his score
Still
too. We'll wait for it to be.
Maybe not quite enough. We'll see when the...
Is at the moment, well, 5th at the moment, so yeah, right in the danger-y bit. Tomoe Arasaki's in 6th at the moment. Oscar now pushed outside of the top 6.
Yeah, but still, an amazing result.
Yeah.
His first semi-final.
Yeah, well,
In
PBs.
bouldering.
Absolute PBs. There's a few, actually, PBs for... There's 1, 2, 5 athletes will achieve PBs just by being in this semi-final. So it's one of those cool things about athletes maybe missing this for the OQS. We get to see them. And, you know, it's not which... It's an easier round necessarily. It's just, you know, there's a lot of climbers out there, and you still got to have all the quality. The boulders aren't easier just because we're missing a few athletes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, looking so comfortable as he comes into the corner. He wants a toe hook, but it's a bit far. You can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to match and then get the toe locked in. But so Jan-Luca Posch leaves with no send on M2. So we'll say goodbye to that. Concentrate on the left-hand side of the wall here. Slower, our photographer down there in the blue. Go and check the IFSC Instagram, Flickr account. Subscribe to everything, especially YouTube, because we're bringing you lots of content in these next couple of days. Especially YouTube. The photography's fine, but it's the videos. So Serrato has a look at this jump to the left. Really needs this as well.
Oh, yeah, he wanted to do it a little more statically. So.
Yeah, he's kind of did two things, didn't he? Well, it's worked. He's in. Let's see if he can do this jump. Yeah, he kind of like bumped himself into a press rather than doing it in one movement. And now very straight on this swing. But we know this is the dangerous way to do it, and it doesn't work.
That corner is not very good.
No.
It's very open. Very, very wide angle. So when he didn't quite have enough momentum to get closer into the wall and started falling back, there's nothing to catch him.
What's it like for an athlete? Because this wall obviously has been used quite a few times. You know kind of what's coming. Do you start to think about the possible boulder problems that might be ahead of you, or just don't?
Maybe just the style. So you do have an idea that they almost always will go either left to right or right to left and not mix it up so much. Like you almost never would see in a round like starting in the middle, except in finals.
So you know you're starting with a slab,
exactly.
usually. Yeah, okay. Serrato goes again. Will he try this little skip over? Change of angle as well. No, he's into the corner and the foot goes again.
Yeah, I think the first time his feet didn't slip, so maybe it didn't tell him that wasn't the way. Or
Yeah, it wasn't a big enough fall to sort of tell him that he's got to
he just
rejig
didn't
it.
have enough swing, I think, to get over his feet enough. He wanted to catch it by pressing into the corner, and it was the hands that went, not the feet.
Yeah, and he's got to make it happen in 2.5 minutes. He's outside at the moment. Jakob Schubert, Meiichi Narasaki, Yannick Floe, Toby Roberts, Colin Duffy, Tomoa Narasaki currently make up our top 6. Easy now from Serrato. He starts this swing now, and again he stops in the corner. Again, it doesn't
Just
work.
skating now.
He's got to change something.
Yeah.
And now's the time to do it. You know, 2 minutes on the clock, give it a go. You've got enough time to go back to the original beater.
Yeah, his feet have slipped there twice, so I hope that he'll make the adjustment now.
He's having a long look at it, certainly. He knows that hold's there. Maybe, perhaps he's figured it out this time. And we know he's got no real issues down low, but the time is ticking away, 1.5 minutes. A little bit more of an effort to hold it that time.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, he did make the adjustment, and it's well done by Serrato. Got to trust that left foot now. Hits it, matches it, and that's a big moment for Serrato. He needed that. And yeah, score gets updated into 4th and into the finals for him.
All right, yeah, just pushing Tomoa out.
Yeah.
But still with, I guess, Gianluca Posch and Sota Amagasa to finish their rounds.
Yeah, time to go for sure, but Serrato did what he needed to do there. So Serrato leaves us. The crowd will breathe for a second, and we will hear too in the commentary box. And Alana, you know, we said about you leaving before and rock climbing in the world of that in the future, but have you got any immediate plans? Like, obviously,
Yeah,
let's say
OQS.
after the Olympic Games finishes, and you win, of course, do you have any immediate plans coming up for the rest of your life, like non-competition life? I've scared you there, haven't I? You've got this look on your face.
I might be tentatively planning on a sport climbing trip in Europe in the fall.
Okay.
yeah.
All right, cool. Well,
Hopefully like a month or 6 weeks.
that would be pretty
A
good.
solid one.
Yeah, and have you got like, don't tell me exactly, but have you got projects and things that you want to do, like a sort of...
A few here and there. Nothing, or yeah, not many yet, which is kind of exciting.
Okay. First woman to climb 9C? I mean, look, there's big possibilities out there for you.
So many,
These routes
yeah.
are waiting. Sota Amagasa cleans up M4. His time is reset. 5 minutes on the clock, 4 in finals, a bit different for semi-finals. And there is Jan-Luca Posch, who is clearly not phased by doing so well in qualies, continuing the form.
Yeah, very exciting to see that. Although disappointing that, you know, on the last boulder, he was very close.
Yeah, not quite getting it done. Sota gets its second time of asking, made that adjustment. And starts the swing here. Immediately into probably the best way to do it.
Yeah, he read that really well.
A big campusy bump for Jan-Luca Posch.
That was pretty close. I think, really
Yeah,
good for a
I'd like to
flash
see
there.
what he's going to, because in my head I think it's in cut, but I don't think it is necessary. You know, the hold you're bumping to.
Yeah.
It's not a bad crimp.
I think it's probably a little bit in.
Yeah, I think it's a bit sort of.
Now
it's
I
got a bit
realize
of
I
bite.
haven't really taken a good look
No,
at
this
it
is what I was
either.
trying to think. I think it's got a bit of bite on it, but it's more the angle you're bumping into it. All right, Sota starts the swing again. He got it right the first time. He might change it up and land in the corner, or just commits.
He was,
How did he save that? That left hand slid down and caught him right on the edge of the volume. What a semi-final this has been. One move away.
mostly on this boulder. It's
Yeah.
been spectacular.
He's used up one of his comp lives on that one. That was incredible.
Wow, pushes him up to 5th. That was,
was huge.
wow.
He had
No
no right
words.
to stay on that boulder. It was
No.
incredible. Wow. Fist bumps indeed for him. Meanwhile, Jan-Luca Posch is blowing the hold mid-move as well. Yeah, he's got some
yeah.
weight. He's got a bit of bite.
Yeah.
A little bit. 3 fingers straining. Big move though. Locks off that left crimp. Not
So I
quite.
think it does have bite, but also it's quite difficult because you are moving up to it. So it's not just sideways in that campus kind
Well,
of.
Let's watch a replay of that incredible save from Sota Amagasa. So this was the beginning of the move. Fine, all good at this point. That's where he's jumping to. And have a look at this save, because he starts the swing, runs over, there he falls off, and and it's a right palm as well that saved him.
Wow.
A wild move. And then to stand up from that position is impressive as well.
Yeah.
'Cause you're too low.
And he just made it look like nothing.
Well, that was pretty incredible from Sota. Good work, replay team. So Jan-Luca Posch cleans up the hold. So Jan-Luca looks up. He's brushed the holds. He's got a minute and a half to go. Deep breath for him.
I like seeing the photographer in the background.
I spent a lot of time at a road trip last year with that photographer. He took him on a trip from San Francisco to here. Many things happened.
Wait, last year or
Yeah,
this year?
last year. No, last year.
Oh, he told me that he also drove from San Francisco this
He
time.
did. He did it again. He just loves it. He did it by himself this year, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was a choice or...
He could fly, but he
I know,
chooses...
that's what I was like.
Yeah, chooses not. I
There
think
is
he
an
likes it.
airport here.
It's a lovely trip. You go over Tahoe, over the mountains,
Oh,
drop
okay,
into
yeah.
the Salt Lake. It's a nice road trip. And there's Slobodan, our
As long as
photographer.
it's not snowy or something.
It was, yeah, last year it was. We survived. Right, I don't know why we're talking about my road trip here. Right, Jan-Luca rotates through, blows on the hold.
Yes.
He's got that down now, hasn't he? All right, come on, Jan. Oh, close.
Oh.
Yeah, big encouragement, but he's going to call it a day on that. So 20 seconds to go, not quite. He leaves. And this is the stage where the coaches will be resetting the app, looking at the scoreboard. The athletes will be nervously waiting. There is Victor Baudrin in the background in the white hoodie. So brothers watching brothers.
With the bleach blonde hair.
Yeah. Athletes jumping over the fence. Not advised, but we'll have a look at our leaderboard. Jakob Schubert in the top spot. 3 tops and his own. Michi Narasaki, Yannick Floe, Serato and Raku, Sota Amagasa, and then Toby Roberts in the 6th spot as things stand. Colin being pushed out of the top 6 now into 7th. Tomoe Narasaki after that. Oscar continuing down into our top 10 where Nikolai is. So that's the leaderboard. As we go down, the athletes who are not making it through, Manu Cornu finishing up halfway through. Good performance from him. And Benjamin Vargas down at the bottom from Chile. What a performance. Definitely a PB. First Chilean athlete, possibly the first South American athlete in a semi-final boulder. So really good work from him.
Very exciting. Yeah, so I'm sorry, I'm just checking the scores here. I think that if we see Gianluca top in 5 or less attempts, I believe then he'll make finals.
Okay, and that will push Toby out, so interesting. There's also an appeal over Colin Duffy at the moment, who's on, again, that control, should have controlled the zone on M1. That's what I've been told. I guess he didn't top it then, because obviously it wouldn't make a difference.
But he did probably control it.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Because he was using it to get over.
Now this is a replay of this top, because this is the first round is where he didn't control it properly.
Okay, this is the not the top.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And we didn't really see his feet, so hopefully we'll see it in this. I'm not sure, but this was the one he was awarded by the judge. It was appealed and it was upheld, so it doesn't count. So let's see what he did exactly. So this is the moves before. So palming around the corner. And then it's this sequence that we're interested in, this top move. So he had the heel in, so far all good. And we were watching his hands dance around. And yeah, it's just that. He did touch it, he wasn't in control.
Yeah, so he definitely wasn't in control that time. And then he's definitely looking uncomfortable here.
And then, yeah, had to do a lot. We didn't see this in the original shot, so lots of readjustment needed. Then finally really rocked on that heel, bit shaky, and it's the shake, wasn't it, really? It's that left leg. It's a harsh decision, that one. But I think it's the left leg that was moving that did him, not necessarily the hands. But then the hands weren't still in a position, because he went from fingertips to thumbs.
Yeah.
And then this is where he was awarded.
Okay.
Up he goes. This was the good round. And yeah, fingers much more still, whole body still.
Yeah.
It takes away the doubt, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think the first one, too, what was a little bit why they didn't award it to him is like he held it for a second, but then he slipped.
Yes.
So it was right on the edge, though.
It was, wasn't it? And weirdly, seeing it the second time, I was less convinced. But whatever,
yes,
he did it.
Same.
It got done.
Yeah.
And this was Yoshiki back and forth. This is probably the highlight of the comp so far. He did it 3 times.
That or Sota's catch on the. This was pretty fun too.
Oh, this is when he didn't quite save it. So he was close.
Because it was counting down. It was like 3 seconds.
Yeah,
here.
he's running out of time, rushing it. But it would have been brilliant if he had, but no.
It wouldn't have counted had he topped that there, but.
Selfies going all around. And this is a great thing. This is a shout out to why you should come and see these competitions, because that's the kind of access you get. You know, these are the world's best climbers. You can go and talk to them often.
You
I mean, pick your moment.
But then you also say that it's all sold out.
Well, that's a good point.
What are people supposed to do?
I don't know. Come and bribe me and Alana, or wait outside. You know, you can wait. But I mean, it's what I love about climbing at the moment, because we're a growing sport. It's obviously there are superstars, and yet the access is still there. That if you have a hero, you can go and find that hero, and I think that's cool at the moment. I don't think it will last forever.
Talk to people, yeah.
Yeah, do pick your moment if you're listening. Please don't go and annoy an athlete when quite clearly they don't want to be annoyed.
I feel like Tomoa might be a little bit sad right now.
Yes,
that
good point.
shot.
Don't talk to Tomoa if you see him.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we're just pausing here as the time ticks through. That's the head of the German coach down at the bottom right of your screen. Nice sunglasses. Enjoying that. And after this, we will reset that boulder wall. And the speed athletes are already warming up. They've been running through the warehouse behind us here in the commentary box, getting ready.
Yeah, it's a little bit distracting. We see them out of the corner of their eye. Of our eyes.
Well, I love the difference between how they warm up and you guys warm up.
Yes.
It's amazing. We need to do a video on that. Well, I hear the buzzers.
Very aggressive sometimes.
It is, isn't it?
Like
Yeah.
jumping and shouting and.
Yeah. Hacky sack. A lot of hacky sack going on. I think it's the reactions I think they're working on.
Cool.
That or they just like hacky sacking. I don't know.
Terrible.
Yeah, me too. Awful. Awful. Okay. Yeah, we shouldn't film. This is a danger when we film. Right, yeah, Luca Posch on the final climb. And the last athlete. This is it. So last climb of the afternoon here.
At least we didn't talk about tap dancing this time.
Oh, there's still time. I forgot about that. I remember nothing about my tap dancing days apart from I was rubbish at it. And I did one performance on stage.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Yeah, I was like, well, very young.
Yes.
When I did dance. I don't remember very much either.
I've now got an image of you tap dancing in my head. It's very weird. Right, Luca Posch goes up. First time and cruising into the top.
I like that little spin that he did.
A huge swing with the legs.
He knows.
Oh,
wow.
I'm not sure it'd be possible, that one.
Maybe, but I don't think that would be easier.
No. I mean, like, but the precision he had with his feet to hit those footholds was good.
Mm-hmm.
So he's
Very.
in 14. You reckon 5 attempts, but we'll have to check the maths on that. But yeah, so he could still get into the podium, we think, here, pushing Toby out. But it's got to be a quick one, and he's already done good work here. Easy again. His coaches know what's at stake here. Big swing.
Yeah, he understands now.
No!
Oh,
He nearly jumped back, didn't he?
He almost looked at it. I was so excited for a second.
It's just so unusual, and it's not the first thing that pops into your head as an athlete. You could go back.
No.
Maybe let's give him the route set as an idea. Maybe there'll be a left to right boulder. He makes that move look brilliant though, cruising through.
Like it's V1.
Yeah. Can he stop this time? Oh, yes he can.
Come on.
And he's tall enough for this to be fairly cruisy. If he can just reach up nicely, hits it, matches, and we'll wait for the scoreboard now.
That should see him into finals. Yeah, it puts him in second.
Yes, so it does.
All right.
So yeah, Toby outside of the top 6 now. Sota Amagasa, after heroics on that slab, gets in. And do remember, this is provisional results. There might be appeals after.
There's still an appeal on Colin's zone on number 1, which could push him up into finals and Sota out.
Okay, so as we close things down, just keep that in mind that things might be decided off air, but we'll see the results as we have them. Just don't be surprised if things change when you come back for the finals. And do come back for the finals. 6 p.m. Salt Lake City time as we see the results. So, Jakob Schubert, what a run from him. 3 and 1 zone to put him in the top spot. Jan-Luca Posch, Michi Narasaki, Yannick Floe, Serato Anraku, and Sota Amagasa are our current provisional top 6. Toby pushed just outside. And Colin, who is under appeal, so he might be pushed back up from 8 into the final, which will be fascinating.
It will be Colin or Sota in finals.
Yeah, so that's what could happen. We'll wait and see. Oscar, what a performance from him down in 10th. Brilliant from your teammate.
Yeah, very excited for him.
And then we'll wait for the final 10. And yeah, there's lots, not a hugely high scoring round, but very entertaining. Nikolai Rusev outside of the top 10 in 11th. Manu had a good round, also in joint 11th. And as we go down, a few names you might not have heard of, but wait and see because they're up and coming. And Diane Akhtar finish things off. Well, Alana, thank you so much. We're going to do a little interview with you after this, which will be on the Climbing Club on YouTube, about you leaving the sport for now. But thank you so much for everything you've done, and we can't wait to see what happens next.
Yeah,
Good luck
thanks
with
for
the
having me back one last time.
Always, Alana,
It
always.
was fun.
Right, we'll return later on, everyone, for the speed. We will see you very soon.